Tonight's game is a presentation of B92.7 FM Sports.
Breckenridge basketball is on the air. Tonight's I3G Sports Network broadcast is brought to you by Breckenridge Public Schools, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Heidkamp Construction, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, North Dakota State College of Science, Optimum Rehab, Otter Tail Power Company, Quality Toyota, Red River Agency, Red River Grain, Smith Motors, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, and Twin Town Villa. Now, here's KBMW's Turner Blofis.
Welcome to Breckenridge High School for some holiday break hoops. Essentially the final holiday break games here. After a pretty busy schedule, Breckenridge went to Barnesville for a doubleheader, split that with the boys beating the Trojans and the girls falling to the Lady Trojans. Wapton also in action over the holiday break. They got their first home win over Four Winds Minnewacan. And Breckenridge Cowboys playing in the Cobber Classic at Concordia, picking up a blowout win of Underwood. And Cowboys have been hot. They will be in action after this game. But first things first, on your Red River Grain pregame show, serving the local farmer since 1986. I'm Robert Wannikin. We're getting ready for Cowgirls basketball. One of the top teams in Class 1A shook off a two-game losing streak, picking up a win in their last one. We'll get to the stat report in just a bit, but let's open the pregame show today with your power poll presented by Otter Tail Power Company, on for conservation. We'll start with the north side of Section 6A. Atop the bracket is Hillcrest Lutheran Academy, 8-0. They are ranked number 9 in the Minnesota Scores QRF out of 150 teams statewide in Class 1A. Elsa Retzlaff, 39 points versus Wheaton Herman Norcross. I believe she's just a freshman, and that could be a fun matchup if the Cowgirls run into Retzlaff and the Comets later in the season. Number 2, Park Christian. They are 6-1, ranked number 23 in the state. They have moved up 2 spots from the last time we checked these standings. Ada Borup West holding strong at number 3 on the north side of 6A. They are number 26 in the QRF. Underwood, number 4, number 27 in the QRF, right on their heels. Rockets are 8-1. They moved down 2 spots. They were 7-0, so after splitting a pair of games, they go down to number 4 on the north side. And rounding out the top 5 in Section 6A North, Lake Park Audubon, 5-4, number 59 in the QRF, so they just do crack the top 60. Let's move on to the south side of the power poll here, presented by Otter Tail Power Company. Again, we're just going to touch on the top 5 teams in the section because there is a big drop-off here, and we're talking about contenders in this segment. Number 1 on the south side, that's West Central area, 8-2, number 6 in the state. And the Cowgirls, they're number 2. Certainly could be number 1 if they didn't run into Hartle Lakes Buzzsaws in Hawley and Barnesville, a couple losses there, which didn't really hurt their QRF because they're a class higher. They're Class 2A. So Breckenridge is 6-3, number 11 in the state. And in the 3 spot, Hancock, they moved down 1, swap places with Breckenridge. Hancock 6-2. They're ranked number 15 in the QRF. Number 4, Wheaton Herman Norcross at 4-3, coming off that 27-point loss to the Cowgirls. They dropped 18 spots in the QRF, all the way down to number 64 in the state. And rounding out the top 5 in Section 6A South, Clinton Graceville Beardsley, 5-5, number 81 in the QRF. We'll talk a little bit about Rothsay and the rest of the section when we come back. We're going to take our first break on the Red River Grain pregame show. Breckenridge Cowgirls, Rothsay Tigers, girls basketball tipping off in about 10 minutes here at Breckenridge High School. You're listening to Breckenridge basketball on B92.7 FM, streaming live on KBMW News Live YouTube, I3G Sports Network.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride. We inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge pride, inspiring to excel.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Welcome back to the Red River Grain pregame show, serving the local farmer since 1986. I'm Robert Wanick here at the beautifully new, redone Cowgirl and Cowboy court here. It is a new look for Breckenridge basketball as they take on the Rothsay Tigers today in a doubleheader. Cowgirls tipping off at 2 o'clock, Cowboys at 3:45. We just ran through the power poll presented by Otter Tail Power Company. Breckenridge holding strong here at number 2 in Section 6A South. Rothsay there, third from the bottom on the north side at 1-4, ranked 131 out of 150. In contrast, Breckenridge girls basketball is ranked number 11. So let's take a look here at the power poll ranking one more time. Hillcrest Lutheran Academy at number 1 on the north side, followed by Park Christian, Ada Borup West, Underwood, and LPA. And on the south side of the bracket, we have West Central area, Breckenridge hot on their heels, Hancock, Wheaton Herman Norcross, and Clinton Graceville Beardsley. So we look at that north side of the bracket, and the interesting thing about that is Underwood goes down to the number 4 spot. Despite being 8-1, they're going to have a chance to improve on that as they play more section games. Let's get into the stat report here, presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick at State Farm, taking a look at a 79-52 victory versus Wheaton Herman Norcross. That was Friday, December 27th. Turner Blofis took care of you guys. Then Piper Janning led the way, 15 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 6 steals. Parker Yagi, 15 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. She's been a tremendous floor general this year with Emily Gowan out for the season and Jonica Bernatis suffering a foot injury that caused her to miss some time. Parker Yegi's kind of become the de facto point guard, and her scoring numbers have went down. Her assist numbers have went through the roof. She's averaging nearly 5 dimes a game. Ava Janning, the 8th grader, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 4 steals. She is leading this team in steals. Just a tremendous defensive player, and her offensive game light years beyond her 8th grade level. Sydney Roberts, 14 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Great game for her. Her offense has really been trending upwards. Erin Blofis, 6.6 boards. Jonica Bernatis, returning from a multi-game injury absence. She scored 5 points, only played 8 minutes. I'm told she's on a minutes restriction tonight. She's allowed about 9 minutes per half, so we'll see how that goes. Breckenridge last time out against Wheaton Herman Norcross, 26 for 58 from the field. So pretty good clip from the field there for Breckenridge, nearly 50%. 45%, I believe. Three-pointers, they shot over 40%, and that is huge because they're going to shoot them 20-plus per game, even if they're not going in. And the 27-point win, indicative of how dangerous they can be when they dial it up from beyond the arc. 16 assists, 17 turnovers. You want that turnover number down about a dozen, but it's always good when the ratio is about even. And free throws, 18 for 25. That's the bread and butter of this Cowgirls team. Pretty darn good at the stripe, led by Parker Yagi in that game, 8 for 8 at the free throw line. And in the second part of your State Farm stat report today, as that one looks like it's still not updated from the Wapaton game, so we'll try to get you those stats at halftime. So that was your stat report presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. So we're pulling up the Class A standings so we can get you the correct ranking for Rothsay, as the boys' standings were what was flashing across the screen. So we'll get that in a second. We also have keys to the game yet, and the starting lineup as the Cowgirls take the court here for their final warm-ups. And they actually have some warm-ups here. Warm-up pants, looks like the breakaway pants. Kind of like the Flint City Tropics and Jackie Moon for all you semi-pro fans. And shooting shirts, too, long-sleeve black shooting shirts. So Cowgirls coming out with a little style, a little swagger here today to start the doubleheader. Okay, so looking at Section 6A on the north side of the bracket, Rothsay 4th from the bottom. They are 3-4, so a chance to get to 500 today, scoring 55 points a game, allowing about 50, so they've been in some tight ones. They are ranked 105th in the state, and they are on a 3-game losing streak. It gets no easier playing against the Breckenridge Cowgirls, who are 6-3 and ranked number 11 in the state. Let's take one more quick break, come back with your keys to the game and starting lineups. You're listening to Cowgirls basketball on B92.7, streaming on KBMW News Live YouTube, I3G Sports Network.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening, because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
All right, let's come back real quick with your keys to the game presented by Smith Motors. Small town friendly, big town deals. Number one key to the game for me is going to be what it has been all season. They got to sink some of those three-pointers. If you're going to live or die from downtown, you got to hit more than 20%. So last game was a big start there, shooting over 40%, 9 for 22. And shooting that outside game is going to make them respect that, and that's where Breckenridge can be so deadly off the dribble. Ava Janning, Jonica Bernatis, Sydney Roberts, Parker Yagi, they can all attack Piper Janning, and that gets them to the free throw line, and it also can allow some of that action dump passes to Blofis and Coltis at the block, which they were so good at in the first couple games of the season. Penetrate and just dump it off to your post players for point-blank bunnies. So those are your keys. That is your key to the game, excuse me. Get the downtown shot rolling so that you can open up the interior scoring and get Blofis and Coltis going inside. Smith Motors, small town friendly, big town deals. They got the teams lined up here, and we are ready for the national anthem, so we'll pause with them, send it back to commercial break, and when we return, it's time for the Farmers Union Oil of the Southern Valley starting lineups. We got Monday Matinee Hoops on B92.7, KBMW News Live YouTube, Breckenridge, and Rothsay.
Protect your equipment and get rewarded by purchasing premium Cenex lubricants with Cenex gift cards for gallons. You can earn a $50 Visa gift card for every 100 gallons of Cenex diesel engine oils, tractor hydraulic fluids, gear lubes, and greases purchased between now and through February 29th of 2024. Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for qualifying Cenex products and promotion details. Some exclusions apply, and don't forget to ask about the best warranty in the industry, the Cenex Total Protection Plan. Proven durability, powered locally.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heidkamp Construction in Wapaton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948. Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wapaton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Welcome back to Breckenridge High School. We are about ready to tip off this doubleheader between Breckenridge and Rothsay. The Cowgirls, they're going to tip off first, and let's get to your Farmers Union Oil of the Southern Valley starting lineups. A 5'8 senior, Brooklyn Wires. A 5'6 junior, Mackenzie Tillman. A 5'7 junior, Savannah Sullivan. A 5'1 senior, Lisa Kelgard. And a 5'8 junior, Bethany Danielson. Rothsay comes into this one with a 3-4 record. Wins over Norman County, East Hewlin, Hitterdal, Battle Lake, and Ashby. Losses to Wheaton, Herman, Norcross, Ada Borup West, Underwood, and CGB. And for the hometown Breckenridge Cowgirls, a 5'6 senior guard, Sydney Roberts. A 5'7 junior guard, Jonica Bernadis. A 5'7 junior guard forward, Parker Yagi. A 5'9 sophomore guard forward, Piper Janning. And a senior forward, Aaron Bloffus. So they'll roll 4 out, 1 in, with Bloffus being the anchor. And that's how they'll start tonight. Farmers Union Oil of the Southern Valley. Taking a look at the scoring numbers for this Cowgirls team. Parker Yagi leads the way at 14.3 points per game. Ava Janning with 11 on the dot. 9.9 for Sydney Roberts. 9.8 for Jonica Bernadis. 6.6 for Aaron Bloffus. 5.0 for Mariah Coltis. And Anna Spear has been a nice jolt of energy off the bench with 6.0. So let's get ready to go here. Your tip-off tonight is presented by North Dakota State College of Science, the science of learning by doing. Streaming this game on KBMW News Live YouTube. If you've got a solid connection, 5G ultra wideband or even 4G, top right corner of your phone, switch those settings to 60p high definition, and on your computer, bottom right of the YouTube player, 1080 full HD. And for you radio listeners, B92.7 FM. Bloffus is going to tip off as usual. She will go up against number 23, Savannah Sullivan, at 5'7". Bloffus gets the tip, and we are underway. Quickly up court to Sydney Roberts. Bloffus at the top of the key, swings it over to Jonica Bernadis. Welcome back to the starting lineup. Baseline drive. That was Piper Janning, nowhere to go. Dishes it to Bernadis. She's cut off. Roberts gets it back to Bernadis. She presses the issue off the glass and off the rim. Rothsay's running with it. They lose the ball near half court. On the ground, it's Parker Yagi. She's going to dive on top of Savannah Sullivan and tie it up. So that jump ball is going to stay with the Tigers. Tigers doing a good job on that initial possession of cutting off the driving lanes for the Cowgirls. Into the backcourt, it's going to be Sullivan with the ball. Dribbling to her left side. Bloffus steps out. Little pump fake from the Tigers. Shots off the mark. Rebound Bernadis. Bernadis taking it up court. Pulls it out. Thinks about a three. Swings it over to Piper Janning. Yagi with a nice cut in the lane. Block-to-block pass to Bloffus. That's what we were talking about in the pregame. Layup a little heavy from Bloffus. No good. Sullivan, she'll run the show here at point. Gets it over to number 3, Brooklyn Wires on the wing. Wires up top. Drive to the basket. Gets a step on Bloffus. First points of the game, Bethany Danielson. The right side of the hoop. 2-0 Rothsay. Just over a minute into this one on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Bernadis enters it up top to Piper Janning. Passes up a wide open three. Nice strong drive to the hoop. And one. Count it. Takes the body bump, finishes high off the glass. 2 points for Piper Janning. Looked like decent position there, but it's going to be a block nonetheless and a chance for a three-point play. Free throws up, rattles it in. So a three-point play for Piper Janning. And the Cowgirls will apply some pressure here, a little bit of a zone trap in the full court. Rothsay does break it, and they're going to skip it across court. Three-point attempt for Sullivan, short. Blofis tips it away, and it's going to stay with Rothsay. So a couple Cowgirls there. Blofis trying to tip it over to a teammate, but nobody in the corner. Rothsay throws the inbounds pass right off Piper Janning's leg. Picked up by Aaron Blofis, back up to Janning, over to Bernatis. Nice hesitation dribble, and she's going to pick up another foul here. Going to say 2 hands there on Sullivan. So the Cowgirls will run their own baseline inbounds here. Bernatis will trigger it in. Doesn't see a wide open Roberts in the corner. Throws it up top to Piper Janning instead. Janning over to Parker Yagi. Yagi crossover, hard drive to the hoop. A little bit too much with the right hand on the left side. Rebound to number 30 of Rothsay. Lisa Kelgard with the board. Tipped out of bounds by Jonica Bernatis. She jumps the passing lane. And both teams doing a nice job here just disrupting the rhythm and flow of their opponent. As it's low scoring here. Both teams trying to shake off the rust of Christmas break. Rothsay struggling to get it in. They finally do. One dribble trapped in the corner. Lucky to get out of that one. Back to the top of the key. Good on-ball defense from Yagi. Sullivan. Nice little turnaround stop and pop. Jay for 2 more. 4-3 Rothsay in the early going on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Piper Janning on the left wing. Blofis looking for the seal. They swing to Bernatis. She lets it fly. Tickles the twine on a 3-pointer. Bernatis with a triple to take the lead at 6-4. Good looking shot for Jonica Bernatis. Rothsay with a chance to answer from beyond the arc. That one rattles out, but a good old board there by number 22, Mackenzie Tillman. Gets it over to Sullivan. She hits it on the back iron, and that ball just deadens and drops in. A little bit of a shooter's touch there, ties it at 6-6. So 4 points for Sullivan so far, and she likes that middle of the lane jumper. Piper Janning, crossover. Nice screen there by Aaron Blofis. She pops, and she's going to get the ball on the left wing. Swings over to Parker Yagi. Trying to force the issue inside, and she's going to draw contact as they kind of bail her out there. Nowhere to go. Throws up a wild shot, and Rothsay just can't stay disciplined on it, picking up the foul. Rothsay's going to want to avoid doing that against a pretty good free throw shooting team here in the Cowgirls. A little bit of an announcer's jinx there as Yagi leaves the front end short. Coltis is going to check in and spell Blofis here. They'll substitute size for size. Coltis, the premier shot blocker on this team. Second free throw from Parker is good. So 1 for 2 trip at the line. Breckenridge back on top, 7-6. Sullivan working against the full court trap. She's going to swing it over. They get it into the hands of Mia Rivers, who subs in. She throws it away to Ava Janning, and Ava Janning is going to kick it out of bounds. It looks like Rick Martinson's on top of it. They're probably going to change the call here. And he might be getting a little pushback from the other official, but it's going to stay here. Ava Janning definitely kicked that one out of bounds. But the Cowgirls get a break, and they'll lob it into Coltis off the inbounds. One dribble over to Roberts. She's not afraid to shoot it. Almost banks it in. Rebound goes off the hands of Janning, and Sullivan's outrunning. She'll pull it out. Rothsay's going to work in the half court here. Rivers with the drive. Inside, Coltis pokes away at the entry pass, but she can't deter number 22, Mackenzie Tillman. Maintains possession and draws the foul. So Tillman's going to go to the line to shoot 2. So between Tillman and Bethany Danielson, some pretty decent size on the interior for this Rothsay team. So far, so good through 4 minutes for the Tigers as they tie it up at 7. First free throw drops. Second free throw from Tillman, up. That one short. Ava Janning tracks down the rebound. Quickly up court to her sister, Piper. One dribble, picks it up. Mid-range jumper is good. as Janning into the scoring column. And once again, Rothsay does a nice job breaking this press, but then they throw it away. Piper Janning with the steal. Over to Ava on the left wing. She's going to set something up, picks up her dribble. Swing over to Sydney Roberts. Coltis is working side to side on the block. Ball screen up top from Yagi. Sydney Roberts dribble handoff to Janning. Another dribble handoff to Yagi. Dish back to Janning. Teamwork results in another 2. Ava Janning off the assist from Parker Yagi. Rivers with the ball. Janning Roberts chasing the steal, goes crashing into the bench. We're going to get a foul on the other end there. So good effort from Sydney Roberts there and somehow avoiding making contact on that steal attempt. She went crashing right next to assistant coach Timmy Janning into the open chair. And Parker Yagi's going to trigger it in after a foul on Rothsay, their 4th of the half already. 1 team foul for the Cowgirls. Ava Janning over to Sydney Roberts. She's thinking about a 3. Gets a ball screen from Coltis. Coltis rolls. Double team on Janning. She throws it away. Steal by number 30, Lisa Kelgard, and she finishes at the cup. 11-9. Breckenridge leads Rothsay on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 12:37 to go. Yagi working hard down low. She won't get the entry pass. Roberts will drive to the left hand instead. She gets blocked up top, but she gets a blocking foul on the lower half. So a little bit of a hip check. And another one there where Rothsay's kind of bailing her out. They had her dead to rights with the blocked shot, but defender just can't get in position. First free throw from Roberts, and that's short. So some uncharacteristic misses here early on as Breckenridge is 2 for 4 at the stripe. Second free throw from Roberts. She does hit that one. Jonica Bernatis is going to check back in. We'll probably see her in spurts here after she missed. Let's see, how many games did she miss? 4 games with that foot injury. Returned to play 8 minutes last time out. Looked pretty good against Wheaton Herman Norcross. Steal for Parker Yagi. Full head of steam, and she's going to finish through the contact. Draw a blocking foul on Rivers, who really never had a chance to get in front of Yagi, running full speed on that play. Blofis and Piper Janning will check back in after the first free throw. Yagi 1 for 2 at the stripe so far. Make it 2 for 3 for Parker Yagi, leading scorer on this team. 14.3 per game. Coltis will check out. Ava Janning will check out. Blofis will take over in the post, and Piper Janning will slide into one of the guard spots up top. Anna Spear also in the game, one of the top 3-point shooters on this squad. 2 for 2 for Parker Yagi, stretches the lead to 5. And they are going to really put the pressure on the baseline inbounds in this zone trap. Tipped by Bernatis, and Rothsay's got to go, but Yagi grabs it, and she will finish. Yagi steals it just outside of the perimeter and takes it in for 2. Rothsay just does break the pressure. Nice dish from the corner. Bethany Danielson gets trapped in the corner. She passes it over to Emerson Nelson for a bucket. Nelson with a nice basket cut. Bernatis behind the back dribble, working right to left, top of the key. Swings over to Piper Janning. She'll get a ball screen from Aaron Blofis. Blofis rolls. Pretty good pass, but it looked like Blofis kind of got tied up there with Emerson Nelson and just couldn't get around her, and the ball sails out of bounds, so that's a turnover. 16-11, Cowgirls have the lead over Rothsay in the early going here. 11:32 to go in the first half. Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Ball into Sullivan. She races across half court. Bounce pass over to her teammate, Mackenzie Tillman, but it never really bounced and just rolled all the way out of bounds. I think she thought it was going to come up a little bit higher, and they give the ball right back to the Cowgirls. And Bernatis will run the point here. Brings it across the timeline over to Piper Janning. Back to Bernatis, top of the key. She shoots it off the front iron. Long rebound to number 3, Brooklyn Wires. Wires kicks it up court. We got a one-on-one opportunity here. And Bethany Danielson takes it at Blofis. She'll draw the foul. And Parker Yeage's going to get a break here. Sydney Roberts, the senior, is going to check in. Roberts headed to NDSCS to play volleyball for the legendary Jane Pesa next season. Rothsay struggles to get it in. Looks like Blofis might have rolled her ankle there. Play's going to go on. Rebound. Roberts going the other way. They're not going to stop the fast break. Now they will stop it. Coach Bogenreef telling him to stop it so he can get his girl out of there. I think she might have stepped on the foot of the other player. We'll keep an eye on it. She might be all right. Sometimes those things are just really sharp right away when you turn them. But she's going to be tended to by Janie Lanou. And Coltis will check back in. She'll get the pass at the elbow. Hands it off to Piper Janning. She's long on the layup. Offensive rebound, Coltis. She's long on the putback. Going to lead to a jump ball. So a couple point-blank opportunities there for the Cowgirls. Can't get it to go. That was some interesting action there from the elbow. They dished it in at the high post to Mariah Coltis. She handed it off to Piper Janning, who literally took it out of her hands. So it wasn't a drop pass. It was literally a football handoff. Piper Janning off the inbounds pass. Rattles home the three. Cowgirls 19-11. Biggest lead of the game. 2-on-1 on the other end, and a Coltis swat down low. Sullivan kicks it out, swinging it around. Three-pointer up from Wires off the back iron. Offensive rebound by number 22, Mackenzie Tillman, and she finishes. Stolen by Sullivan. Picks that one out of midair like a defensive back. Finger roll at the other end for two. 19-15, and Rothsay not going away. So we hit the 10-minute mark in the first half. Ava Janning, right wing, Bernatis. Ball screen action. Nice little spin move, left hand finish, Piper Janning, and she is in her bag early on. Piper Janning, game high 10 points. She's had a couple 15-point showings in the last week and a half, and I think she's found something. Bernatis feeds Janning again on the right wing. She dishes short corner to Coltis. Bernatis cuts in the lane, double team, triple team. She's going to get it pulled away. Sullivan dishes it off to number 23, Savannah Sullivan, and she can't slow down, runs right over Sydney Roberts, who sacrifices her body there for the charge. And that is big because that is three fouls on, that was Tillman. So Sullivan feeds Tillman. Tillman gets the charge. That's her third foul. 9:20 to go in the first half. Big blow here for the Tigers. Ava Janning, bounce pass over to Sydney Roberts, right wing. One dribble, picks it up, gives it back to Ava Janning. Left hand pass, top of the key, shot fake, spear, back into the hands of Janning. She gets a step on the dribble. Lefty finish is too strong. Rebound into the hands of Emerson Nelson. Good pressure from Roberts, about 30 feet from the basket. And Sullivan shoots a three, it's short. Rebound by Yagi, quickly up court. Wide open Roberts in the corner, passes up the three for a better shot. Mid-range is up, long. Tipped by Anna Spear, but into the hands of Nelson, who has the last two rebounds for Rothsay. Emerson Nelson, a 5'8" junior. On-ball defense on point. Janning tips it away into the hands of Yagi, and she has a wide open runway for two. Rothsay working against this 2-1-2 here. Full court press. Breckenridge is going to take it off with an 8-point lead. Bleed some clock in the half court rather than pressure. And that was a good drive there by Rothsay to the hoop. Number 30 is going to get an and one out of it. That's Lisa Kelgard, 5'1" senior. Finishes over the top of the defense. A chance for three here, the old-fashioned way. Every time Breckenridge extends the lead, Rothsay claps right back. Kelgard's free throw is good. 23-18. 8 minutes to go here. Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Streaming live on KBMW News Live. If you're on your cell phone, click the settings wheel in the top right corner. Switch it to 1080 HD, 60 frames per second. As Sydney Roberts lets a three-pointer fly. That one's short. And Breckenridge has gone cold from beyond the arc. Roberts jumps the passing lane. Can't get it. Sullivan up court. Tipped by Janning. Into the hands of Rothsay. They throw it right back to Sydney Roberts. Roberts racing up the left side of the court. Crossover. She'll pull it out. Skip pass to Parker Yagi. She tries to drive right side. Stolen away by Bethany Danielson. And Danielson trying to advance it past half court. Nice job by Anna Spear to tip it out of bounds. And Cowgirls do a great job here when it comes to the deflections. We'll get to those numbers as soon as we have a chance. They know how to get their hands in the passing lane. Working on the baseline, the Tigers trying to cut into this 5-point lead. Strong off the backboard, offensive rebound, another offensive rebound. It's going to lead to a three-point attempt from number 30, Kelgard. It's long, and 3 straight offensive rebounds for the Tigers. They have 12 on the shot clock. 8 on the shot clock, top of the key. 5 on the shot clock. Kelgard drives over the top of Yagi. Yes, kisses it off the glass. 23-20 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 5'1", no problem finishing in the trenches for number 30, Lisa Kelgard. Janning up to Spear. Spear with a little head fake. Picks up her dribble back to Janning. She'll use a ball fake, kick it to Roberts. She'll fire another 3, and this one is long. Bounces over the top of the backboard. So Rothsay, several responses here when Breckenridge is led by 5, 6, 8 points. We're going to get our first timeout of the ball game presented by Highcamp Construction. It's a Tigers timeout. Once you know who Highcamp is, you won't build any other way. We'll take a 30 with them. B92.7 FM. Join us on KBMW News Live YouTube, part of the i3G Sports Network.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Eggeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
What if you could store heat during off-peak hours when electric prices are lowest and use it when you need it? With a heat storage system, you can. Underfloor systems and other options heat your whole home or individual rooms so you can stay comfortable and save. Plus, they're at least 100% efficient, so no energy or dollars are wasted. With Otter Tail Power Company rebates, now's the time to see how you can store, heat, and save. Go to otpco.com/heat storage to get started.
Coming out of that Highcamp Construction timeout, Sullivan tries to break the press, throws it into the Cowgirls student section. 23-20 Breckenridge lead with 6:15 to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard in the first half of this Breckenridge Rothsay doubleheader. Boys basketball at 3:45. A lot of contact on that one. Beautiful pass to a cutting Bernada. She can't get the call and won't finish at the rim. Looked like she took a big hit there. Got an ouch call out of Tony Bogenreef. And Rothsay with a chance to tie on this possession. Sullivan with a three-pointer on the move, and that was a nice piece of shooting there. Steph Curry style, moving left to right. She hits it coming off the screen, ties it up at 23. And that was a very comfortable scoring move there. Double teamed in the corner, Piper Janning over to Aaron Blofis. Over to Jonica Bernadis. Middle of the lane jumper for Sydney Roberts won't go. And she'll trap Kelgard here underneath the basket all the way across the court. And just in time, Rothsay is able to advance the basketball. 5:25 to go in the first half, all tied at 23. Bounce pass to the wrong team there. Aaron Blofis takes it at the low block, gives it up to Roberts, who gives it up to Bernatis. Euro step, contact again, no call, but she'll get two the hard way. 25-23 on the driving bucket from Jonica Bernatis. 5 points here in the first half, matches her total from last game. Blofis with the block, so Coltis with a swat, Blofis with one as well here in the opening half. In the corner, it's Janning. Bounce pass to Bernatis. And they're going to call a travel there. She just kind of pivoted her way underneath the basket, flipped it up and made it. I think the whole building thought it was an and one, but it's going to get waved off. So Bernatis, maybe too good of a scoring move there. Ball's going to go to Rothsay. 25-23, Cowgirls with a 2-point lead. Kelgard, she shoots a three, and there's contact on that three and no foul call. So there's a lot going on here, and that's going to get some commentary out of the Rothsay head coach as well, and she's probably got a point. Three-pointer up top from Piper Janning is short. Offensive rebound out to Sydney Roberts. A little step through for Parker Yagi. Finishes at the right block. Two more for Parker Yagi. 4-point lead for the Cowgirls. Yeah, Kelgard got hammered on her follow-through on that three. Still nearly made it. Kelgard will bounce it inside. Rothsay works it inside out. Three-pointer is short. Rebound to Aaron Blofis. Breckenridge with a chance to extend the lead here. Yagi dribbles, crossover, push pass to Roberts. Deep three for Bernatis. Short. No one's going to track down the rebound. Yagi gets smacked in the mouth trying to break free from the block there. Bernatis is going to take a break. Blofis is going to take a break after that big block down low. Coltis will come in, and that's going to be the post plan here. Just Blofis and Coltis subbing in for each other. Sullivan up to Kelgard. She'll drive. Tries to wrap it around to the block. Sorry, couldn't keep up there on the camera. She throws it out of bounds. Piper Janning running the point for Breckenridge. Gets it over to Parker Yagi. No-look pass over to the corner to Anna Spear. Flashing to the top of the key, it's Coltis, and Breckenridge is going to throw it away. So Kelgard gets the ball into the half court. 3.5 to go here in the first half. Rothsay hanging tight against the number 11 team in the QRF, Breckenridge. Girls basketball on B92.7, part of a doubleheader today. Stolen, not stolen. I jumped the gun there. Spear tips it, but Sullivan able to maintain possession. Nice cross-court pass from Sullivan. And the driving layup, no good. Two shots, no good by Rothsay. Opportunities there from Tillman and Nelson. Neither can finish. Breckenridge going the other way. Nice little scoop pass from Yagi to Coltis. She misses the short-range jumper. Rebound Sullivan. Up to Brooklyn Wires. Over to Kelgard. They swing to Bethany Danielson. Danielson, a couple good scoring opportunities last possession, and another moving three there for Sullivan. This time she can't get it to drop. Yagi with the board, up to Roberts. Pump fake and drive. She's walled off by Kelgard. She'll miss the jumper on the step back. Kelgard will grab the rebound. Like what I've seen out of Kelgard so far, listed at 5'1". Doesn't look quite that short, to be honest. Dribbles left hand. Kelgard with the right hand at the rim. 23-foot drive for two. She cuts it to two. 27-25. Cowgirls lead under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard representing auto owners. Yagi, she has the keys to this offense. She'll shoot a three. Top of the key. Can't get that to drop. Long offensive rebound. Roberts tips it over to Coltis. She tries to throw it to Yagi. That's tipped. Janning grabs it. They'll throw it inside to Coltis. Left hand. Too heavy. Can't finish that. 90 seconds to go in the first half. Cowgirls hanging on to a 2-point lead. Both teams leaving a lot on their plates today. Sullivan dribbling near the timeline. We will be joined at halftime by Tanner Werner, former Breckenridge High School football player. Three-pointer up for Rothsay. Rattles off the front of the rim for number 33, Bethany Danielson. Tanner's going to join us here on the halftime show, presented by Minn Kota Egg Products. Spear, strong drive to her left, tries to finish with her right, can't. Coltis cleans it up. Oh, board, put back. Coltis has had a couple of those opportunities, finally takes advantage, and it's at a key point here, under a minute in the first half. Stolen by Yagi. We'll see if the Cowgirls can flip this scoreboard here in the final minute. Yagi, fake pass, fools the entire defense. Now you see me, now you don't. Left-handed layup. Second time we've seen her use that fast break pass fake this season. And boy, it's a beauty as Sullivan throws it away. What was a 2-point game 30 seconds ago is a 6-point game now, as Breckenridge closing out the half on a little bit of a tear here. And they can hold for the last shot if they wish. Shot clock is off, 30 seconds on the game clock. See if we can't get a little buzzer beater action here to start your Monday afternoon. On a Spear, right wing. Swings it to Ava Janning at the top. Piper Janning has it on the left wing. She'll drive middle, gets her pass tipped. Stolen away by Rothsay, and we're going to get a foul, which is probably a decent foul. Potential fast break opportunity there for Rothsay. It's only the 5th one here on Breckenridge and only the 1st on Piper Janning, so she can waste one there. Stolen by Bethany Danielson. So Rothsay will most likely have the final possession here, 10.4 seconds. They throw it in to their point guard, Sullivan. Sullivan working on Janning. 5, 4, three-pointer, and she's fouled from behind by Ava Janning. So they don't get the call on the first three-pointer. They do get the second one, and that's a no-no. And these ones, not easy to make. You're tired. It's the end of the first half. Sullivan's been running the point all game. She'll step to the line for 3 crucial free throws. First one gets a lot of backboard. Can't connect. 31-25, Cowgirls in front. Second one, hard off the back iron. We saw this with Jack Gilbertson earlier this year at the end of the first half, going 0 for 3. It's just a tough spot. We'll see if she can salvage. Final attempt here. Third free throw's up. She does make that one. 31-26, 3.5 seconds to go. Inbounds to Ava Janning. Gets it across half court. She's going to get nearly to the three-point line. Off the backboard, no good. And Janning covered a lot of ground there to shoot that buzzer beater. Breckenridge 31, Rothsay 26. We've got a good Section 6A basketball game here. Rothsay at 3-4, Cowgirls at 6-3, and both teams playing feisty basketball to start off this doubleheader. Cowboys will play the Tigers around 3:45. We'll be right back on your Minn Kota Egg Products halftime show with Tanner Werner. He's coming up to join me now. Quick word from our sponsors, and we'll be back from BHS on B92.7 FM and KBMW News Live YouTube.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side. No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redriver.com.
Save big this month with Smith Motors in Wapaton. Get up to $120 in rebates on the purchase and install of a set of 4 tires. Save up to $40 in rebates on the purchase and install of front and rear brake pads. Save up to $40 in rebates on the purchase and install on front and rear brake rotors. And save up to $80 in rebates on the purchase and install on GM shocks and struts. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wapaton. Visit them online at smithmotors.com.
Welcome back to B92.7 FM. Looks like we are good to go here. Joined by Tanner Werner on the Minn Kota Egg Products halftime show, who informed me, unfortunately, that we have another audio delay. So that has been our thing lately. One thing at a time, though, folks. I'll set a delay in the settings here, and Tanner will let me know if it's working or not. But thank you for joining us. No delay on the radio, of course, for you tuning in on KBMWnews.com and B92.7, KBMW News Live YouTube. I'll try to get it fixed. But let's go over the scoring numbers here. Missing 2 points. But Parker Yagi, I have her down for 2, 4, 6, 8, 11 points. She is 3 for 4 at the free throw line. Ava Janning with 2, Sydney Roberts with 1, Jonica Bernatis with 5. Piper Janning has a game-high 10 points to match a game-high 10 points for Lisa Kelgard, who's been really good at 5'1" for Rothsay. So I'm joined here by Tanner Werner. It's been a long time since we started in the walk-in storage closet with Breck Sports Talk. Tanner is, of course, the guy who shot most of the footage you've seen from Breckenridge's 2-section basketball championships. Why don't you just tell people what have you been doing up at MSUM and how college life has been treating you?
Started at MSUM about a year ago. Graduated from NDSCS 2 years ago, so transferred over to Moorhead State. I'm going for health and physical education, and I'm grabbing 2 minors as well, strength and conditioning, and then also getting my DAPE services as well, which is helping students that have needs that's adaptive physical education. So working on all of that.
So it looks like Tanner can hear me through his headset. I can't hear him through mine. I think that's what we got going on here. So what we're going to do is we're going to give Tanner a different mic. And we'll see if that's working. Give it a whirl. There we go. So just take us through it again. Take us through what you just said about MSUM.
Right. Starting over.
Perfect.
MSUM is good. I started last year. Graduated from science school here in Wapaton, and then transferred to Moorhead State. Campus life is doing pretty good. Staying in a dorm, which is nice. Staying with my brother, which is a plus as well. I'm going for health and physical education. Going for a double major there, and then I'm grabbing 2 minors as well, strength and conditioning and coaching as well. And then I'll be getting my DAPE services, which is helping students that have specific needs in the physical education. So getting all that, I should be done in about a year and a half for school and join the FIAD and health teaching career.
Well, it's good for you, man. I know you've been putting up some pretty decent grades up there. As you know, not my forte. So we got a scholar over here on my right and a high school dropout on your left. But hey, when we come together, we do some all right sports stuff. Let's talk a little bit of football, though. Let's talk about that Vikings game last night. I know you had Sam Darnold as your quarterback most of the year. You just rode with him, just like the Vikings have done, and he's been awesome. And you put up like 168 points. I put up 155, and we're not even in the winners bracket. But
yeah, it's tough.
It's tough. Tell me about the Vikings season a little bit, last night's game. I mean, what have you seen out of Sam Darnold as a football fan?
Well, Sam Darnold's been terrific. He's been amazing at the quarterback position. I think any quarterback that steps into the Vikings system with Kevin O'Connell at the head coaching position would do amazing. He's been shown to do great things with quarterbacks and the offensive side of the ball. I think Sam is just going through all his progressions, doing his reads correctly, doing great things for the offense. and I think he can take us quite far in the playoffs. I do believe that.
So this is like your first Breckenridge basketball game you've taken in some time with you being up at MSUM. Tony Bogenreef obviously at the helm now of the Cowgirls, and Jordan Christensen at the helm of the Cowboys. But what are you seeing out of the Cowgirls? Give me some things that you noticed in the first half.
Breckenridge basketball has been fun to watch. I've been lucky enough to get into KBNW and watch you guys stream the games. The Cowgirls are off to a great start. There's a couple losses. I know Hawley and Barnesville that were tough losses, but I know the Cowgirls can regroup and turn around and go straight forward with no hesitation. Same with the boys as well. I mean, they've been doing good things. They've come a long ways from when Jordan took over as head coach, and I think they'll be also doing great things as well coming in the future.
And we're joined on the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company, by Tanner Werner, the second part of Breck Sports Talk, helping me make those season-long highlights we did during the tremendous 52-11 back-to-back section championship. Not so tremendous for Perm fans who may be listening, but tremendous if you're a Breckenridge fan. And he's going to listen to the second half when it starts off, and we'll find out if we have the audio back on sync. But thank you so much for joining us, Tanner. And what are you looking forward to watching in the boys game? And I guess what are you looking forward to the rest of your winter as we head into 2025?
For the second half of the girls game, I'm looking to hopefully, obviously, get more points is the goal. I'm looking for maybe to push the ball more. I think once the Cowgirls get running, they do great things and can score easily. For the boys game, I think it's the same as well. I think it's traditional that the Cowboys and Cowgirls, once they get off running out of their defense to the offense, they can do great things. And for the winter break, I'm looking to hang out with family, get prepared for next semester, and continue on my journey.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, man, and I'm happy that you were able to join me on here. Usually when we pluck somebody out of the crowd to do the halftime show, it's not so smooth, but I guess you're just a natural. It must be all those Rocky movies that you watched.
Yeah, I got a lot of movies watched, and it's definitely helped me out. Thank you for having me.
Well, that was Tanner Werner, formerly of Breck Sports Talk, my co-captain of the BST days. We're going to get back in the second half, try to get the audio on sync. It's 31-26. Breckenridge Cowgirls lead Rothsay in Section 6A basketball. Be back in 60 seconds.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains #1 today.
Welcome back to Breckenridge High School for the second half of this Section 6A basketball game. The first bucket goes to Rothsay, and that was number 22, Mackenzie Tillman, I believe. Up to 5 points, 31-28. Yagi walled off in the lane. Kick out to Sydney Roberts. Drives right. Little baby hook shot, can't finish. Piper Janning fighting for the rebound. Tips it off the hands of number 3, Brooklyn Wires. So we're working on getting this audio delay wrapped up for you with the new equipment that we got. Janning drives, finishes with the right hand. And the good news, folks, is we can, of course, take all these highlights and sync the audio up for Plays of the Week presented by Brian Bernatus and Superior Builders. Head over to our Facebook, kbmwnews.com. You can check out all the episodes we've uploaded of that going back to football. Nice slip down low. And one step too many there for number 33, Bethany Danielson. Giannica Bernatus will advance the basketball, leading by 5. Piper Janning dribbles to her right. She'll pull it out at the 28-foot line. Under 20 on the shot clock. Entry pass to Blofis at the elbow, tipped out of bounds by number 30, Lisa Kelgard. Kelgard with 9 points, and Savannah Sullivan with 10. Steal here. Good job getting back by Bernatis just to disrupt that. Causes the missed layup, but an offensive rebound by Sullivan. Finds a teammate wide open in the lane. Straight up defense there by Blofis to force the miss, and it's Yagi running the other way. Right hand layup, no good, leaves it short. So both teams doing a really good job hustling back in transition to just contest these fast break opportunities, and it's led to a lot of missed layups. Over in the corner, it's Sullivan. She'll drive to the right, get a screen, dump it off to Kelgard. Kelgard dumps it off to Wires. Three-pointer is up and short. Fight for the offensive rebound, stolen away by Sydney Roberts. Over to Jonica Bernatis, who thinks about a three. She'll drive right hand, slows down her rhythm, leaves the floater short. Rebound into the hands of Mackenzie Tillman. Kelgard working against Bernatis in the full court press. Bernatis pokes it away, dives on the floor. Ball is loose up, and we're going to get a timeout. We're going to get a timeout just in time before the 10-second violation. So Rothsay is going to buy themselves 10 more seconds. Presented by Highcamp Construction. Once you know who we are, you won't build any other way. We'll be back in 30 on B92.7 FM.
Earlier this year, Dad mentioned needing to downsize. Well, with Mom gone, the house is just too big. I worry about him being alone too much.
So getting the rest of the family home for the holidays this year, it was a good time to talk about some healthy alternatives.
Well, the first place that came to mind was Twin Town Villa. So we took a tour, and Dad loved it from the start.
Everything Dad needs is right there at Twin Town Villa. Meals, laundry, best of all, healthy interaction with his neighbors.
If someone you love is ready for a healthy alternative in the new year, stop in and take a tour of Twin Town Villa.
Back-to-back offensive rebounds down low by Mackenzie Tillman, and she finishes, and we have a three-point game once again, 33-30. Rothsay not going anywhere to start the afternoon of this doubleheader. From the elbow out to the right wing, Yagi to Roberts. Roberts three, no good. Rothsay looking to run. They get into the hands of Bethany Danielson. Danielson, swing pass over to Kelgard. She's going to launch a three. Long, rebound, Ava Janning. Up to Parker Yagi. Transition, she shoves Rothsay out of the way. And she's going to get a foul call on the Tigers. So Yagi, strong take to the bucket. So we got a few people sound checking us right now. First free throw from Yagi goes in. Working on that delay for you guys. A lot of basketball left today, so we'll try to get the audio synced up here on KBMW News Live YouTube. It's kind of the last puzzle piece here to our new broadcast package. We're shooting 1080. We got all the ads playing crispy clean. Great camera view. We just have the audio a little bit off. 34-30. Second free throw rims out from Yagi. Sullivan initiates the offense here. Over the corner. After a 1-for-2 trip to the free throw line. Sullivan drives. Nice little slip pass down low. Good clean block from Coltis up top, but she's in the restricted area, and I believe that's going to be the call. Be two free throws. .34-30, Breckenridge in front. Second free throw on the way. Second free throw is good. Back-to-back free throws makes it a three-point game. 8 points now for number 22, Mackenzie Tillman. Over to Spear. Down low to Yagi, power dribble, step through, left hand, can't finish, grabs her own rebound, sticks her shoulder into the defense and draws a foul. So Yagi being the aggressor here, she'll go to the line for 2 more. All right, well, for now, we are back on point with the audio as the first free throw up and in by Yagi makes it 35-31, and we're going to take a quick break presented by Highcamp Construction. It's another timeout. Once you know who they are, you won't build any other way. B92.7 FM.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Two for two trip at the free throw line for Parker Yagi. 36-31 Cowgirls in a game that's a lot closer than a lot of people expected here. And good defense down low by Breckenridge twice in a row straight up. It's going to force a couple misses inside at the block. Roberts driving right, picks it up at the Cowgirls logo, middle of the lane. We're going to get a travel on Spear. Got the ball, just a little bit of movement with her feet. So a turnover there for the Cowgirls. That was Tanner Werner joining us on the halftime show. He said, "How did I sound?" You sounded good, man. Guy is pretty good at anything he sets out and decides he wants to accomplish. Very determined individual, Breckenridge High School graduate, and of course my partner at Breck Sports Stock for several years. Floater over the top of Coltis is no good. She's showing off that 6-foot-plus length. Transition pass from Yagi to Roberts. Reverse layup. Gets it to drop. 38-31. Breckenridge up 7. Their largest lead of the day was 8. Turnaround jumper at the free throw line. No good for Rothsay, but offensive rebound. Quick pass out to Sullivan. Lets a three-pointer fly. Can't finish. Another O board for Rothsay, and it's left short by Mackenzie Tillman. Yagi into the corner to Spear. Spear lets it fly. That one's long. Offensive rebound. Back to Spear. She'll try the reverse, and she'll drop it in. So back-to-back reverse layups, and the Cowgirls have their biggest lead of the afternoon, 40-31 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Into the corner to Danielson. She'll swing it over to Kelgard. Two of the biggest offensive weapons today for this team. Another free throw line shot attempt, this time cashed in by Mackenzie Tillman. We're going to get a timeout here for Rothsay. It's going to be a full one, so we'll be back in 60 seconds. Again, I believe we got that audio sync issue fixed on KBMW News Live YouTube. Also airing on B92.7 FM. Cowgirls, Rothsay, 40-33. A dozen minutes to go in the ball game.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening, because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
Back in action at BHS. It's a 7-point lead for the Cowgirls as they're looking to pull away. Rothsay has made several runs in response when Breckenridge has extended the lead. Inside to Aaron Blofis. Nice strong move. Can't finish. Offensive rebound. Piper Janning. Lefty finish for 2. As Piper Janning continues her hot offensive stretch of play here. Stolen in the middle of the lane. Bernatis picks it up. She'll push it ahead left hand. Little pass to Janning. Spin move off the contact. Lefty up top. Ava Janning. And the Janning sisters score 4 unanswered here. And Breckenridge has their largest lead of the game, 44-33. 11:35 to go. Tipped away, stolen by Spear. Spear's going to pass it to Blofis. She'll get it up to Janning, and Janning's going to take it to the cup. Block. Everybody holding their breath there. A lot of hard contact. It's going to be a block. So she might have been standing on the restricted area, and Janning just making this defense make a decision. She's got 9. Oh, excuse me, she has more than 9. First free throw from Janning up, and that one's out. $14 for Piper Janning in this ball game. Gets the second one to sit on the rim and drop. She has 15. 45-33. As Breckenridge has a chance here to really put this game out of reach. Sullivan kicks it out to Kelgard. She's going to let a 3 fly. Bounces off the front of the rim. Rebound. Ava Janning. Janning. Little right-left dribble. Picks it up. Out to Spear. Spear with a jab step. Passes it to Ava Janning. Deep 3 for Bernatis. No good. Offensive rebound. Spear. Piper Janning tries the baseline. She's doubled up. Tipped out of bounds. Good defensive play there by Savannah Sullivan, who came flying in from the perimeter to get her hands on that post pass. Yagi will check back in. Unofficially 14 points for Yagi. Entry pass to Blofis. Back out to Janning. A long 3 from Ava Janning is short. She chases down the offensive rebound. Passes it from her knees to Parker Yagi and finishes strong inside. 2 for Yagi off the assist for Ava Janning, and Breckenridge is clicking now in the second half. They're up by 14. Bernatis applying full court pressure, diving steal. Passes it from the seat of her pants to Yagi, who finishes the scoop shot at the rim. Back-to-back effort assists here for the Cowgirls. They're up by 16. Not long ago, this was a 3-point ball game. Rothsay breaks this vicious press, and it'll be Sullivan at the top of the key working against Bernatis, who looks really quick tonight in her second game back from that foot injury. Working over the top of the screen, it's Ava Janning. And lost out of bounds by Lauren Reber. So she had a nice straight line to the basket as Janning got clipped by that screen. But Reber just fumbles it out of bounds, and it's 49-33 Breckenridge. 9:56 to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And we'll keep sound checking this video stream every time we go to timeout to make sure that we are synced in audio. Thank you for tuning into us on KBMW News Live. Sydney Roberts, top of the key. Thinks about a bounce pass, but can't get it in as Parker Yagi's blanketed. They get it over to Piper Janning. Tries to finish through contact, and the rebound goes to Sullivan. Sullivan quickly up court, doesn't want anything to do with Breckenridge setting up a press. They find a soft spot in the defense, but the jumper inside is missed by number 22, Mackenzie Tillman, who gets an offensive rebound. She's got a handful of those tonight. She draws the foul on the offensive board. And they're going to inbound it here on the baseline. As Aaron Blofis will check back in for Coltis. They formed a nice 1-2 punch in the paint tonight. Today, I should say. To get back on schedule for this matinee doubleheader. Lob pass to the top of the key. Try a little high-low action, and it's stolen away by Piper Janning and tipped out of bounds by Brooklyn Wires. Yagi brings the ball up court. Tipped away by Sullivan and stolen. Tipped out of bounds again by the Cowgirls, so it will stay with Rothsay, and this will give the Cowgirls an opportunity to set up that torrid full court press that has just caused so many issues for the Tigers. Sullivan finds somebody right in the middle of the court. Stumbling over her own feet, losing the ball into the hands of Anna Spear. Over to Yagi. Yagi to Roberts. She'll draw the foul. Cowgirls just zipping it around in the front court fast break there, and it's going to send Sydney Roberts to the line. Mackenzie Tillman tried to drive to her left side and just kind of got tripped up. First free throw by Roberts, up and in. As Jonica Bernatis will check back in. It sounds like Tanner Werner is indeed going to join us on the pregame show for the boys game. So it'll be nice to have T-Dub on the air today. Sullivan with the basketball. Long pass up court to Kelgard, just does barely corral it. Top of the key to Danielson. They got to get her going. She's one of their best offensive players. She dribbles right. Beautiful wraparound pass that she spins with some English around Aaron Blofis for the assist to number 22, Mackenzie Tillman. Bernatis swings it over to Anna Spear. She's going to let a three fly. Off the back iron. Long rebound. Danielson. One-on-one opportunity with Yagi. Danielson pulls it out. Back to Sullivan, who they've basically neutralized for most of this ball game. And she throws it out of bounds. She tries to hit the cutting Danielson, but Yagi steps in front of that pass. Danielson never had a chance to go get the basketball. 51-35, Breckenridge leads, 8:08 to go. Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. If you're just tuning in on B92.7 at your desk, in your car, you can tune in on KBMW News Live YouTube as well and watch in 1080 HD. Bernatis dribbles it to the left side. Back up top to Yagi. Wide open three-pointer. Off the front of the rim, off the backboard, and out of bounds to the Rothsay Tigers. Mia Rivers will trigger it in against this full court zone trap by the Cowgirls, and Spear jumps the passing lane. A little bit of contact there, and it's actually going to go off of Sullivan. So the Cowgirls are going to get the ball. Sydney Roberts will trigger it in, sideline out. Over to Janning, over to Yagi. Bernatis cuts through the lane. Roberts follows right behind her. Double cut action. Over to Ava Janning. She tries to finish with the left hand, a little bit strong. Rothsay quickly into the hands of Danielson. Working against Yagi. She'll get a screen up top and pop a long three. Hits the front of the rim. Rebound chased down by Bernatis. And Breckenridge is up running already to the other side of the court. It's Sydney Roberts. Back up top to Jonica Bernatis. She fires a three. Swoosh, Jonica Bernatis. 8 points for Jonica tonight. 19-point lead for the Cowgirls. Sullivan pops the three. She answers, cuts it back to 16. If you leave her open, she's going to score her fair share from the perimeter, but Breckenridge has just blanketed her for most of the night. Yagi trying to dribble around Sullivan. Gets it over to Bernatis with a nice little Euro step, but she leaves it off the side of the backboard. Up to Myers. Drives to the left side. She bounces off Aaron Blofis. Turns it over. Aaron Blofis at the top of the key for the Cowgirls. Throws it away to Mia Rivers. Rivers taking it up court. Blofis trailing. Defends it nicely and causes a miss. But Sullivan there for the O-board putback. 54-40. And we'll see if Rothsay's got one last run in him here as we go under 6 minutes to go in the game. Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. It's Breckenridge 54, Rothsay 40. Timeout by Tony Bogenreef. We'll take one with him. Make sure we're on point again with the audio. Thank you for your patience. It's 54-40 Monday matinee doubleheader. The Cowgirls leading the Rothsay Tigers. Cowboys tipping off around 3:45 on B92.7.
Protect your equipment and get rewarded by purchasing premium Cenex lubricants with Cenex gift cards for gallons. You can earn a $50 Visa gift card for every 100 gallons of Cenex diesel engine oils, tractor hydraulic fluids, gear and greases purchased between now and through February 29th of 2024. Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for qualifying Cenex products and promotion details. Some exclusions apply. Don't forget to ask about the best warranty in the industry, the Cenex Total Protection Plan. Proven durability, powered locally.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heidkamp Construction in Wapton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Welcome back to Breckenridge High School. The Cowgirls dominating the second half here against the Tigers as they go inside to Coltis. She skips it across the lane to Ava Janning. Her short corner jumper is long. Rebounded there by number 30, Lisa Kelgard. Into the hands of Sullivan. Rothsay point guard working against Sydney Roberts, NDSCS volleyball commit. Over to Rivers. Rivers dishes it over to Sullivan. Dribbles to the right, pops that moving jumper. Can't finish. Strong rebound, Mariah Coltis. Cowgirls still running here. No plans of slowing this one down with a 14-point lead. Kick over to Anna Spear. She'll shoot a three. Long. Offensive rebound. Roberts gets her hands, tips it to Spear. Fresh 20 on the shot clock for the Cowgirls. Piper Janning dribbles, picks it up at the free throw line. Ball's in the corner to Roberts. Dribble handoff, Coltis back to Roberts. 6 on the shot clock. It's a Sydney Roberts three. It's short. Tipped out, rebounded by Piper Janning. She'll take it right back at the rim. Lefty layup is hard. Long offensive rebound for Ava Janning. And she's going to knock over an off-balance Rothsay Tiger. It's going to get some groans from the crowd, but no harm, no foul. Ava Janning three-pointer is short, and there will be an offensive foul on the Cowgirls here, who have been quite physical. And that's going to be a foul on Mariah Coltis, her 5th of the ball game, so Coltis has fouled out. And that will beckon Erin Blofis back into the ball game. 4:25 to go. Foul on Piper Janning in the backcourt, going for the steal there. It's a little bit too much body contact. All Breckenridge Cowgirls here in the second half. So we'll have a little conversation here with the officials. As Rick Martinson heads over the table to kind of relay what the delay is about here. Reminder that Breckenridge Cowboys basketball is on at approximately 3:45 today. That one should be on time. As we're ready to go here, Sullivan brings the basketball across half court, gets it to Danielson. Danielson back to Sullivan. She's going to pop a long three. Touches every part of the rim and doesn't go in. Rebound by Jonica Bernadas. Bernadas to Erin Blofis. Blofis up to Piper Janning. Over to Anna Spear. Nice decisive drive to the left hand. Kicks it up to Piper Janning. Right elbow. She'll go off the dribble and deposit a floater. 56-40. Piper Janning with an excellent offensive showing tonight. Kick out to Sullivan. Dribbles to the right. Thinks about that moving jumper. She'll give it up to Danielson. Danielson will score off the assist. Runner in the lane. 56-42. And Rothsay went quiet for a long stretch here in the second half, but overall, I mean, they've hung with the Cowgirls. Scoreboard a little bit misleading as they allowed things to get out of hand for a few minutes. And Erin Blofis, baseline three-pointer, no good. Strong tie up there by Bethany Danielson as she tries to rip the ball away from Yagi. It's a jump. It's going to stay down here with the Cowgirls. 3:21 to go, 56-42. Piper Janning triggers it into Yagi. And it goes into the backcourt, but she tips it first, so she's going to get a rare over and back on the inbounds. I couldn't decide if she wanted to let that one bounce into the backcourt or not, and she just kind of tipped it, stepped over the line. Stolen by Spear. Spear passes it over to Janning. She uses her long arms to hang on to it, but Bernatis comes in and tips Janning's miss out of bounds, so it's going to go back to Rothsay. 3:45 tip today for the boys basketball game, as the surging Cowboys up to number 2 on their side of the section. Hustle play there by Piper Janning, dives into the Cowgirl student section to save it, but it's going to go out of bounds. 29 on the clock here. 29 on the shot clock here for Rothsay as they'll look to get it across. Sullivan, she breaks the press, throws it over to Kelgard. Kelgard breaks the double team over to Danielson. Danielson drives, kicks to Rivers. She'll shoot a wide open 3. She can't get it to fall, so a good look there for Rothsay, but nothing doing. Strong drive again by Anna Spear, but she runs into a brick wall. Number 22, Mackenzie Tillman. It's going to be another jump ball. This time it's going to go to the Tigers. 2:45 to go. Piper Janning is going to hit the bench. Sydney Roberts will check in. Piper Janning with 18 tonight. Or 18 for Yagi, excuse me. We'll get Janning's numbers as well in the postgame show. Danielson fires a 3, top of the key, in and out. Rebound and putback is missed by Mackenzie Tillman. Bernatis, top of the key, crossover dribble. Stops and pops at the elbow, leaves it long. Strong board by Parker Yagi. Step through, right-handed reverse, count it. That's 3 reverse layups here for the Cowgirls tonight. Danielson splits the press. Long swing pass to Rivers. She can't get the ball past Blofis, but Blofis' tip goes right into the hands of Tillman. A little fortune there leads to 2, and it's 58-44. 14 points, that's where we've been here for the last several minutes, right at that mark on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. As Bernatis, looking like she's back to full health. They still have her in here at the end of the ball game, trying to look for her on the 3-point line. Pass gets tipped, and Roberts is going to pick up a frustration foul. As we hit the final 2 minutes here on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. $1:40 to go, 58-44. Sullivan up top. Strong drive by Danielson. She uses the contact to create space and finishes off the glass. 58-46, 12 points, the closest Rothsay's been in about 5 minutes. Too little too late here, though, as Breckenridge looks to pick up another win. Bernatis working in front of the Cowgirls student section. KBMW News Live YouTube. Dribbles to the left. Thinks about popping a long jumper. Finds Blofis. 10 on the shot clock. It's Sydney Roberts working in isolation. Spin move. Right hand over the top. Bucket. 60-46. Nice little spinning basket there from Sydney Roberts. Her 7th point of the ball game. We'll take a timeout here presented by High Camp Construction. We're 60 seconds away from the postgame show on B92.7 FM and KBMW News Live YouTube.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Back at Breckenridge High School, final 60 seconds. Steal by Aaron Blofis and a nice little tap pass to Parker Yagi. And now Breckenridge finally going to slow things down in the final minute. Bernatis working against the double team. Up to Ava Jannings. Spins. Passes to Yagi. 10 on the shot clock. Bernatis, she'll work in isolation. Euro step. Kick to Yagi. Three-pointer is up. Short. Blofis fighting for the offensive rebound. It's going to be out of bounds off Rothsay. So 18 seconds on the shot clock. 33 on the game clock. And Breckenridge with another nice hustle play here to gain an extra possession. Ava Janning out to Sydney Roberts. Parker Yegi throws it over the top of the trap. 10 on the shot clock. Bernatis in the lane. Back up top, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Crossover, Bernatis drives. She's bumped. She'll draw the foul. Defender never got legal guarding position, had her back to the shooter. And that's going to result in 2 free throws for Jonica Bernatis. 16 points, or 16.4 seconds to go in this ball game. By my count, Bernatis has 8 tonight. And that one a little bit long. Bernatis probably a little tired getting back up to conditioning after missing 4 games with a foot injury. But they said maybe January 7th, the earliest. Well, she beat that. Got back on the court in 2024. Her second game back from that. Seeing her minutes go up tonight and playing very good basketball. Second free throw is also long, so a empty-handed trip there. 14 seconds to go in the ball game. Sullivan, nice transition assist there to Danielson. 6 seconds to go in the game. Janning pestered full court. She gets it tipped out of bounds by Sullivan. And I like the effort I've seen out of the Rothsay Tigers tonight. They're down by a dozen. They had the chance to take the lead in this game several times, but they also cut into several big leads by the Cowgirls. But the last run for Breckenridge a little too much when they went up by 16. Time's going to run out on the Tigers. 60-48. Breckenridge Cowgirls pick up a Section 6A victory as we take a look at that power poll. Breckenridge improves to 7-3 on the season. Rothsay drops to 3-5. We will be back in about 20 minutes with the tip-off of the boys' game. I'm going to get things together here, and we'll do another pregame show as well before that. Before we take a break, we're going to jump right into your Miller Realty postgame show as we are kind of crammed for time here. They'll clear the court, and they will start the warm-ups for the boys. So your Miller Realty postgame show, 60-48. Cowgirls fend off a feisty Rothsay Tigers team who on paper didn't really look like they'd hang around in this one. They certainly did. Actually, we'll take a quick break here. We'll validate the scoring numbers, then we'll come back on the postgame show. I'm Robert Wanick on B92.7 and KBMW News Live YouTube.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Egeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
What if you could store heat during off-peak hours when electric prices are lowest and use it when you need it? With a heat storage system, you can. Underfloor systems and other options heat your whole home or individual rooms so you can stay comfortable and save. Plus, they're at least 100% efficient, so no energy or dollars are wasted. With Otter Tail Power Company rebates, now's the time to see how you can store, heat, and save. Go to otpco.com/heat storage to get started.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
Welcome back to the Miller Realty Postgame Show, a tradition of knowledge, integrity, trust, and service. I'm Robert Wanek. The Breckenridge Cowgirls, they take down Rothsay in Section 6A, 60-48. Let's take a look at the scoring. Parker Yagi drops 20, 17 for Piper Janning. Jonica Bernatis with 8 points in her second game back from her 4-game injury absence. Sydney Roberts had 7, Ava Janning had 4, Anna Spear 2, Mariah Coltis 2 as well. 1 block each on defense for Blofis and Coltis. And for the Rothsay Tigers, they were led by 15 from Savannah Sullivan. She was held to 4 in the second half. And Mackenzie Tillman, she finished with 14, dropping 11 in the second half. Making sure that that one didn't turn into a blowout after Breckenridge took a, I believe, 18-point lead to be the highest. So 60-48 is the final. And let's take a look at your Essentia Health Player of the Game. And I'm going to go with Piper Janning. She's been right around 15 points. Today she drops 17 in a game where Parker Yagi got her 20, which is somewhat customary. She's either getting 20 or she's getting 15 and a boatload of assists. Piper Janning was the scoring threat Breckenridge needed. And she goes and hits a pair of three-pointers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots from inside the arc. Piper Janning was 17 points and really good with her length, too, in that full-court zone trap defense that they had. She is your Essentia Health Player of the Game here with you. And for your play of the game, it's going to be the trio of reverse layups. We could have went with Parker Yagi's beautiful pass fake, fast break layup when the entire defense turned around and was looking over at the concession stand for some popcorn. But we're going to go with the trio of reverse layups, 2 of them coming back to back. I believe that was Ava Janning, Piper Janning, Sydney Roberts. They go and finish underneath the hoop. When it looked like they had nowhere to go, they just squeeze through the tiniest space, flip up a reverse layup. And when you got that dropping, that going on for you, you're going to be really hard to stop. And that kind of just took the wind out of the sails for Rothsay when they saw that Breckenridge was able to finish in traffic like that under the hoops. So that is your Red River Agency play of the game. Breckenridge putting on a reverse layup clinic in the second half to extend the lead. Presented by Red River Agency, your trusted hometown agents. That's going to do it for the Miller Realty postgame show because we got to get geared up for tip-off in 15 minutes. Breckenridge Cowboys are taking on the Rothsay Tigers. To wrap up this doubleheader, audio is back on sync over on the YouTube channel, so if you're just getting off work and you want to go home, pop it on the 60-inch TV. Change the settings to 1080 HD 60 frames per second for best viewing. We're right here at center court, just 5 rows up from the action on KBMW News Live YouTube. I'll be joined in about 5 minutes on the pregame show by Tanner Werner. You know, a lot of people call Turner Tanner, and I'm sure Tanner gets the Turner treatment, but it's Tanner Werner joining me on the pregame show in just a few minutes. B92.7 FM. One last time, 60-48. Cowgirls take down Rothsay. Cowboys will face the Tigers in just a few on B92.7 FM.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride. We inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening, because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
Protect your equipment and get rewarded by purchasing premium Cenex lubricants with Cenex gift cards for gallons. You can earn a $50 Visa gift card for every 100 gallons of Cenex diesel engine oils, tractor hydraulic fluids, gear lubes, and greases purchased between now and through February 29th of 2024. Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for qualifying Cenex products and promotion details. Some exclusions apply. Don't forget to ask about the best warranty in the industry, the Cenex Total Protection Plan. Proven durability, powered locally.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heidkamp Construction in Wapaton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948. Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wapaton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wapaton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Welcome back to the Red River Grain pregame show. It is time to double dip a Monday matinee. Breckenridge Cowgirls pulling off a 12-point win, 60-48 over Rothsay in a game that many thought maybe 25-30 on the spread. Rothsay hanging around and throwing some punches of their own. Parker Yagi finishes with 20 points. Piper Janning finishes with 17. And the Cowboys are getting ready here, high-flying layup line. Let's get through some of the pregame segments, and then we're going to be joined by Tanner Werner, former Breckenridge graduate and Breck Sports Talk videographer on the pregame show. Let's take a look at the power poll, starting off with Section 6A North, the opposite side of Breckenridge. Number 1 team is Park Christian. They are 5-1. Number 6 in the state. There is 163 teams in Class 1A, making it the biggest class in Minnesota. They have a 68-48 home win over Breckenridge, a game where Breckenridge, I believe, trailed by 4 at the half. Number 2 is Henning, 8-1, number 14 in the state. Number 3, Norman County East Ewell and Hitterdall, 4-1, all the way up to 15th in the state. They beat Breckenridge here in the season opener, 64-62 on that buzzer beater. Number 4, Ada Borup West, they're 5-2, number 22 in the state, and Frazee, number 5. Number 37 in the state, they have a 63-59 loss on their home court to Breckenridge, and that's really turned Breckenridge's season around. Frazee at 4-3, they will round out Section 6A North. So let's take a look at the south side, which features your Breckenridge Cowboys. Ashby, number 1. Don't usually, talk about Ashby as being the big dog in the section. They're 6-0. They're ranked number 33 in the state, as the south side is a little bit lower in the rankings than the north. Breckenridge, number 2, all the way up to number 2, a team that did not win a conference game for almost 2 seasons. They are now 5-3, number 35 in the state out of 163 teams. Border West is 5-1. You may know them as Wheaton. They have combined with CGB now, which makes them Border West. They are 37th. West Central area, 4-4. Many favored them to start the season. They are number 46 in the QRF, and Brandon Evansville at 5-3. They have a winning record. They are number 5. They are 51 in the QRF, and we take a look to see where these Rothsay Tigers stack up in Section 6A. They're on the north side. They are 1-4, but they're scoring 57 a game and giving up 59, so they're probably a little bit better than their record shows. That is your Otter Tail Power Company Power Poll ranking. Otter Tail Power on for conservation. So we're joined here by Tanner Werner, responsible for most of the highlights that were filmed during the heydays of Breckenridge basketball, at least for our era. The Noah Christensen, Derek Dahlgren, Stephen Lipp era. Noah playing in Texas today for Concordia, so hopefully they can pick up a win. And I promise I got your microphone turned on this time. How's it feel to be back in town during the holiday season, my man?
It feels awesome. Coming back, seeing family for the Christmas holiday. It's really great to get back to the community and actually get to see a couple games in person as well.
And Turner and I joked that we would just introduce you as the Godfather, joined by the Godfather in the halftime show, because Tanner is the godfather to my sweet baby boy Elijah, who turns 1 on January 28th. So.
Yeah. Yes, being a godfather is awesome. Thank you for asking me again, and I promise I'll make him many offers that he can't refuse.
Hey, nobody else popped into my mind when it came to picking a godfather. So, for those of you who don't know, Tanner, he played football here at BHS. He's a tremendous bowler, not such a bad 2K player either, and had some really good performances too when we had our City League basketball team for a couple years, but I think we're both too old and out of shape for that now. He's up at MSUM doing some good stuff, studying coaching, studying teaching, physical education, things like that. What are you looking forward to about this boys game? I know you'll be down helping dish out popcorn at the concession stand with the rest of the Werner clan, but what are you looking forward to about this new look Cowboys?
I'm looking for them to keep run up and down the floor. I think they can really wear out the Rothsay team. And their shooting has been good throughout the season. Jordan's been doing really good with the Cowboys, and I think if they have to make any adjustments, Jordan will do that, and the team will follow them.
I think that's what we talked about the last few years. That was maybe one of our gripes, that Jordan had these teams out just running and gunning and throwing it up the court, and he just didn't have the personnel to do it, and now it seems like they have the players to do it, and hopefully that does work out tonight. I was going to ask you a little bit again about the football season. I heard that Joe Lynn went down to see the Bears play. Joe Lynn and your brother Jace. How'd that go? They tell you anything about that?
They told me some things. It was a pretty wild crowd. Unfortunately, they had to play the Lions, which is hard to play against. But they had a great time going to the game and also really taking in the city in Chicago.
Yeah, I've only been to Chicago once, but I can imagine as a Bears fan, that was probably pretty sweet. So What else do you got going on in your life other than studying? Do you got anything planned coming up, or anything else you can share with our listeners here on the Red River Grain pregame show?
Just preparing for college some more. Just hang out with family as much as I can. I really value family, so whenever I can get to see any family, it's awesome. And see close friends is another plus. I'll just continue my bowling here in Wahpeton. I'm a sub there, so it's pretty much about it, really.
What is your high game here for bowling, if you remind me?
My high game came probably 3-4 years ago, and that was like a 273. I remember it was all strikes leading into the 10th frame, and pressure kind of got to me, and I just had to make sure I laid it out in the lane, which was not what I wanted to do. I wanted to keep focused like I did previous in the first 9 frames, but it just, pressure got to me that time. But hoping to get another one close to that.
The pressure gets to me before the 10th frame, so that's my problem. It gets to me in the first frame, and
right.
That's never good. I think I've gotten like a 220 once, and for me that's like a 300. But
those are good scores.
Do you want to join us on the halftime show too?
Yeah, of course.
I need all the company I can get up here.
Game for anything, Robert.
And the viewers need a break from, or the listeners and viewers need a break from me every once in a while too. But I'll make sure I pick up Elijah's gift from you after this game. But we're going to get into the stat report in about 30 seconds here. We were joined by the Godfather, Tanner Werner, who will join us at halftime again, one half of Breck Sports Talk. By the way, head over to that Breck Sports Talk Facebook page. I have changed the name back. We've kind of revived it, and go check out some of those Glory Days highlights of Breckenridge basketball as they get ready to tip off here in about 5 minutes or less against Rothsay. B92.7 FM, KBMW News Live YouTube. We'll be back in 30.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
Save big this month with Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Get up to $120 in rebates on the purchase and install of a set of 4 tires. Save up to $40 in rebates on the purchase and install of front and rear brake pads. Save up to $40 in rebates on the purchase and install on front and rear brake rotors. And save up to $80 in rebates on the purchase and install on GM shocks and struts. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Visit them online at smithmotors.com.
Welcome back to Breckenridge High School for the second half of this girls and boys doubleheader between Breckenridge and Rothsay. We're going to run through your State Farm stat report real quick. Breckenridge on Saturday, December 21st, the Cobber Classic at Concordia, they downed Underwood 71-44 in a game they were trailing like 10-2 to start. Levi Christensen 20-10 in that one, 2 assists and 3 steals to boot. Cooper Roberts with 13 points, 7 rebounds, and a steal. Jackson Riggs, his best game to date, 12 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, 2 steals. And J.D. Gomez at the point guard, continuing his run of double-digit scoring, 10 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. In this one, Breckenridge doing damage inside the arc, 31 of 64. They did struggle, 4 of 17 from downtown and 5 of 11 from free throw, but they were able to bully the Rockets and shoot nearly 50% from inside the arc. 18 assists, just a dozen turnovers. That's a recipe for success. 41 rebounds for the Cowboys, 12 of them on the offensive glass. That's what I call relentless. We're going to pause here for, actually we're not going to pause because we got the national anthem out of the way. In this one, Levi Christensen was 9 of 13 from the floor. Cooper Roberts was 6 of 12. Jackson Riggs 5 of 10. J.D. Gomez 4 of 8. So Breckenridge put 4 starters 50% shooting or better in a dominant win over Underwood. And that was a second night of a back-to-back when they ran it up on Barnesville as well. So they've really found their footing here, and it's good to see this program officially turning itself around after a couple really difficult seasons. So that's your stat report presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And we're going to introduce the starting lineup here. A junior, number 0, Carson Jensen. A senior, number 1, Preston Curtis. They'll go 5'10 and 5'11. A junior, Nathan Croplin-Oyen. He'll wear number 3. He's 5'9". 6'4" senior Landon Messerschmidt, 6'4", and he's going to play center. And a junior, Brennan Court, number 14 at 5'11". So that's how Rothsay will go tonight. And for your home squad, they'll go with Cooper Roberts, a 6'5" junior, Levi Christensen, a 6'3" junior. They'll bang in the painted area. And number 1, J.D. Gomez, the senior transfer from Wapton at 5'10", running the show. A little bit of Brandon Jennings in him at the point. Aiden Sanchez will play the off guard. Maybe a little point. He's 6'3". He's a sophomore. He can shoot it. He can drive. Great rebounder. And Connor Ernst, his job is to rebound. He will be 6'1", sophomore, playing a little bit of forward, a little bit of guard, crashing the glass. And that rounds out your Farmers Union Oil of the Southern Valley starting lineup as we are ready to rock here. Breckenridge looking for a Monday sweep here to wrap up 2024 and put a bow on things. I'm Robert Wanick on B92.7 FM, streaming live on KBMW News Live YouTube. Hit that settings wheel and switch it over to 1080 HD, 60 frames per second. Tip-off is presented by our friends at North Dakota State College of Science, the science of learning by doing. It's going to be Roberts going up against 6'4" Landon Messerschmidt. And Roberts gets to the basketball first, wins the tip. J.D. Gomez will start things off. It's Connor Ernst on the left wing. They swing it around quickly. Ball works its way back to Ernst. He tries to enter to Roberts. It's tipped away. Great perimeter defense here to start the ball game by Rothsay, and we have 17 on the shot clock. One-on-one, J.D. Gomez nowhere to go. Ball works its way over to Roberts. Spin move. Kicks it out to Gomez. 7 on the shot clock. A couple jab steps. Three-pointers flat. Rebound into the hands of 6'4" Messerschmidt. Jensen brings the ball up. Into the hands of Court. Back up top, it's Jensen once again. He drives right, turns it over, steal for Sanchez. He's got a handful of those this year. Nice little up and over from Cooper Roberts. Too hard on the layup, and Rothsay is running. Into the corner. Pump fake gets Sanchez off his feet. Carson Jensen finishes at the rim. Sanchez drives baseline, layup off the glass, rattles in and out. Quickly up to Court, and he's going to attack again. Gets blocked by Connor Ernst. Ernst got a piece of that one. Nice no-look pass across the lane from J.D. Gomez down low to Christensen. He gets laid out of bounds like Don Zimmer. Defender just throws Christensen out of bounds, and he's gonna stare at him for a little bit there. Walking a little bit ginger, but it looks like he'll be no worse for wear as Gomez will trigger it in on the baseline. Over to Roberts. Baseline corner. Up top to Sanchez. Swing pass to Ernst. Passes on the cutting Roberts and gives it back to Aiden Sanchez. Skip pass to Cooper Roberts. Christensen working inside, but they can't hit him. Little drop off to Sanchez. His free throw line jumper is long. And once again, a fast break opportunity for Rothsay. Once again blocked. This time it's Aiden Sanchez. Gomez quickly up court. Gets through the defense. Misses the left-handed layup. Offensive rebound from Mr. Rebound himself, Connor Ernst, and he'll score 2 points. So hustle leading to the bucket for Connor Ernst. Driving baseline, nowhere to go. It's Court. He is able to get it out to his teammate Messerschmidt, who's playing a lot on the perimeter for being the tallest player here. Good defense here by the Cowboys. It's Gomez pressuring 26 feet from the hoop. And they're going to call a block on Gomez, who's working hard to move his feet. If anything, it looked like Preston Curtis was using his forearm to create a buffer there. But they're going to ding Gomez for his first foul. So 1 foul for number 1 here. Court with the basketball, 16 on the shot clock. He'll pass on the ball screen and throw it into the corner. And Gomez is going to pick up 2 fouls in about 10 seconds. And that's one you just got to avoid. Player on the baseline with nowhere to go but out of bounds. And Gomez comes flying in and makes contact. So Charlie, big shot. Krejci is going to step in. Guy who's not afraid to pull the trigger on three-pointers. He's got a couple go-ahead threes, game-tying threes in the final minute. Fresh 20 on the shot clock for Rothsay. Inside, they'll work on Cooper Roberts. And it's going to be dropped in by number 3, Nathan Kroplan-Oin. Krejci, entry pass to Levi Christensen. Clears some space, finishes at the left block. Don't let the lefty get to his bread and butter on the left side. 4-4 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 15 minutes to go in the first half. Trying to drive on Ernston. Losing the ball is number 0, Carson Jensen. Ross able to maintain possession. Baseline drive over the block attempt by Christensen. No good. Offensive rebound by Messerschmidt, and he misses the point-blank putback. Christensen working in the post again. He spins to the right side, tries to finish with the left hand, and leaves it short. So we'll see how much of a concerted effort they make to force Levi Christensen to his right hand. Brennancourt drops it off to number 1, Preston Curtis, who finishes on the right side. Nice touch on that layup off the glass. 6'4" Rothsay. Sanchez forces a pass down court. Luckily, Christensen paying attention. He hauls it in and actually draws a foul out of it. Dangerous pass by Aiden Sanchez, and we're going to see Jackson Riggs check in for the first time today. Coming off a 12-point performance against Underwood, a freakishly athletic player. Still waiting for him to throw one down. Today could be the day. It'd be a nice holiday gift to end the year. And Sanchez's 3 off the inbounds rolls around and pops out. Boy, that was a tough luck miss for Aiden Sanchez. As Riggs is guarding on the perimeter. Rothsay having trouble getting inside the 28-foot line. They do get it over to the corner. Try to pass it in. Stolen by Levi Christensen, but he throws it in bounds right into the hands of Messerschmidt, who finishes. So Christensen just trying to save the ball from going out of bounds, and it ends up being an assist to the other team. And he's going to finish through contact on the other end, so Levi Christensen keeps a short memory, picks up a bucket for the Cowboys. Career high 20 points his last time out. He's already got 4 tonight. Second foul on Carson Jensen. So the starting point guard has 2 fouls on both teams. Storyline to watch here about 5 minutes into this one. Christensen will go to the line for 1. He makes the free throw to complete the old-fashioned 3-point play. Breckenridge trails Rothsay 8-7 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. I'm Robert Wanek on B92.7 FM, streaming this one live on KBMW News Live YouTube in 1080 HD, 60 frames per second. Poked away at midcourt by Avery Smith, who has checked into the ball game. He's been a revelation in the second unit this season. Sanchez pestering on defense, moving his feet and traps the ball in the corner. Then he rotates over to force a pass. So Aiden Sanchez working hard on this possession. And Christensen steals the rebound away from Messerschmidt. Quickly up to Sanchez. Spins, gives it back to Christensen. He'll shoot a mid-ranger. It's a little long. We don't see a lot of those from him. Rebound into the hands of Preston Curtis. Curtis, the 5'11 senior, working against Jackson Riggs. Not going to get by him. Avery Smith and Levi Christensen with some excellent defense on the perimeter, but Christensen gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar. He'll get called for a reach. It's actually going to be on Avery Smith, so Avery Smith very important to this team, but of course you'd rather have the foul go on your second unit guy than your star forward, so that one called on Avery Smith. Into the corner, 3-point attempt is up, and we have what looked like a complete flop. So number 2, Mason Hedeker shoots a 3-pointer. After the play, he just throws himself to the floor, and we get a foul call from about half court. And that's not going to be something that Jordan Christensen's going to be very happy with. Didn't look like a whole lot of contact up top. And he misses the first free throw. As all you basketball junkies will say, ball don't lie. Because he's got one more shot here at the line. Logan Church set to check in for the Cowboys. He's got 2 more shots at the line, excuse me, so he's 0 for 2 here. Hedeker misses the first 2 shots. J.D. Gomez is going to check back in here with 2 fouls. Over a dozen minutes to go in the first half. Krejcia and Sanchez and Smith check out. So Hedeker fouled by Smith on the corner 3. He's 0 for 2 so far. Final free throws up. 1 for 3, salvages the trip to the line. Gomez back in at point. Up court to Logan Church. Back to Gomez. Kicks it out to Jackson Riggs. He drives baseline and woo! That's one of the prettiest reverse layups you'll see at the high school level. He goes up and under, flips it up for 2. And he comes back and he gets a nice block on the other end, but they're going to catch Logan Church on the bottom half with a block inside the restricted area. So Jackson Riggs came underneath the basket and kind of double clutched that thing waist high and flipped it in. Early candidate for play of the game. On the other end, Carson Jensen draws a foul. His first free throw up and in. Rothsay regains the lead 10-9 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Jensen, a 5'10 junior. Second free throw, also in. 2-point lead for Rothsay here. 6 minutes into the ball game. Jackson Riggs wide open for 3. Can't connect. Fight for the loose ball. It's J.D. Gomez. Picks it up, gives it back to Riggs. Little jab step. Second time is a charm there for Riggs as he buries the 3 quickly up to 5 points. 12-11 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, and this team is going to be a nightmare if they can get that kid going. At the top of the key, it's Preston Curtis working on Logan Church. Curtis has a step on the left. He'll shoot it over the top of Gomez, buries it. Gomez's hands are tied here with 2 fouls. Can't really do much except for sag off. Nearly a over and back on Gomez, but he didn't have all 3 points across. And we're going to get a foul call here on Rothsay. Number 11 is going to pick it up. That's Trey Holland, 5'10 sophomore. As Logan Church checks out, Connor Ernst checks back in, and we got a nice good old-fashioned battle here early on, just like the first game of the afternoon. Ernst over to Aiden Sanchez on the right wing. He bobbles it. Runner on the baseline is Roberts. Nice strong move, powers in, but he's too heavy off the top of the glass. Rebound and running is Preston Curtis. He'll go right into the body of Jackson Riggs, who goes straight up but can't stop Curtis from scoring. Good hustle play there, couldn't even catch up with it on the camera. KBMW News Live. That was number 13, Wesley Phillips, tips it out of bounds. Jackson Riggs will trigger it into the backcourt to Connor Ernst. Ernst back to Riggs. Riggs with 5 quick points here. Breckenridge trails 15-12 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Riggs posting up down low. Sanchez is going to drive, hand off to Levi Christensen with a nice jump stop, but he misses the layup. Hits the floor for it, as does Sanchez, as does Curtis, and we're going to have a tie-up going to the Tigers. So Christensen got to where he wanted to be, just outside of the restricted area in his left-handed layup. Just went off the top of the glass. And Rothsay hanging in there early on, leading the Cowboys. Into the corner to Curtis. Curtis to a cutting teammate. Nowhere to go, however. Curtis shoots a 3 in the corner. That's long. Rebound, Cooper Roberts. Roberts with a baseball pass up the court. Lefty finish up and under. It is Aiden Sanchez. Did a nice job there using the rim to protect him from the defense. Went from the right side to the left side. Left the defender in the dust. 14-15. Breckenridge down by 1 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Curtis gets it poked away by Sanchez. Gets it back. Shovel pass over to Phillips. Phillips falls over. Sanchez is going the other way with the ball, and he'll finish in the open court. 4 quick points from Aiden Sanchez. That prompts a high camp construction timeout for Rothsay, and Breckenridge leads 16-15 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We'll be back in 30 seconds. B92.7 FM, KBMW News Live, YouTube, I3G Sports Network.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best for your insurance.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains number one today.
All right, we're back at Breckenridge High School, and yes, we have successfully put the audio delay issue to bed, and we are ready for this second game of a doubleheader, and it's been a doozy so far. Breckenridge leads 16-15 over Rothsay on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard halfway through the first half. Shot missed, rebounded by Breckenridge into the corner. It's Charlie Krejcia. He gives it up to Ernst. Up to Sanchez, top of the key, three, bang, bang. Aiden Sanchez stretches the lead to 4. Sanchez showing his sniper tendency, knocks down a 3. Cowboys have their largest lead of the ball game. Krejcia, pressure defense, nearly forces a travel, and Rothsay just doesn't know what to do in this offensive set. They get it to Curtis. Curtis drives. He gets hacked. He'll shoot 2. So Curtis has been very aggressive off the dribble drive, and I think they'll stay with a steady dose of him. He's been able to penetrate. He knocked down a jumper over Gomez, and he's had a pretty good ball game so far. 8 points so far. 9 points in as many minutes for Preston Curtis, excuse me. Trying to make it 10 here. And he does. Cuts the lead to a bucket at 19-17. Full court pressure here from Rothsay. Evaded by Ernst, who gets it up to Sanchez. Beautiful skip pass to Krejcia. He lets it fly, and that one rattles out. Krejcia, he's got a good three-point stroke. They got a good look there. On the other end, it's Ernst coming up with a chase down block. We've seen a couple of those from Connor Ernst. Good athleticism and good timing on defense. 6'1" sophomore with a bit of bounce. Rothsay will inbound the basketball, down by 2. Up top, Kroplan-Oyen drops it off to Curtis. He'll drive to the right side. Ended up with a wide open layup as Sanchez had his back turned to him, but he can't finish. Breckenridge lucks out there. Cooper Roberts on the left wing. Krejcia cuts to the elbow. He'll get it and flip it up top to Sanchez. Between the legs dribbles, driving to the right, picks up his dribble. Nowhere to go. Ball over to Krejcia in the left corner. We're down to 11 on the shot clock. 10 on the shot clock. It's Ernst. Hard screen up top by Christensen. Bounce pass from Ernst. Gets away. Stolen. Rothsay working on the top of your screen, KBMW News Live YouTube. They hand it off to Preston Curtis, who's been dynamite so far. And somebody's got to step in front of him because he's leaning all the way forward on these drives, just asking for a charge. Tipped away, and that one is going to be kicked off the leg of Nathan Kroplan-Oyen. Kind of fell over and couldn't get out of the way of the basketball. Breckenridge by 2. Aiden Sanchez will run the point here. 8:04 to go in the first half. Little back and forth two-man action in the backcourt with Cooper Roberts. Finally gets it across to Avery Smith. Short corner to Christensen. He goes through contact and misses, and Cooper Roberts comes flying in with a midair putback. 21-17 Cowboys. Jackson Riggs focused on defense here. Forces Curtis to give it up to the left wing. Wide open jumper off the screen, free throw line, no good from Hedeker. It's Riggs in the fast break now. Little drop off to Cooper Roberts. Beautiful spin move, finger roll from about 5 feet away, and he can't get it to go. However, it's going to stick with the Cowboys. Now that was a nice tight spin move from Cooper Roberts, just kept the basketball tucked in Tried the finger roll a little far from the hoop, and that's always so hard because you have so much rotation on the ball. Once it hits the front of the rim, it's got a tendency to bounce out, and that's what happened. Aiden Sanchez will trigger it in to Cooper Roberts. Roberts dumps it off to Riggs. He fires a three, back iron. A fight for the rebound, and it's Avery Smith. Bounce pass to Jackson Riggs. Riggs dribbles left hand. He's going to draw a body bump, and that's going to be a blocking foul on the Tigers. Nathan Kroplin with his second. Avery Smith over to Sanchez. Into Christensen, uses a couple pass fakes, misses it, gets his own rebound, and he's going to go for two, won't be denied. A little off-balance left-hand shot, banks it home, 23-17 Breckenridge. That's going to prompt a timeout from Rothsay. We got 6:49 to go in the first half. We'll be back in 60 seconds on B92.7, streaming this game live on KBMW News Live YouTube, I3G Sports Network.
Earlier this year, Dad mentioned needing to downsize. Well, with Mom gone, the house is just too big. I worry about him being alone too much.
So, getting the rest of the family home for the holidays this year, it was a good time to talk about some healthy alternatives.
Well, the first place that came to mind was Twin Town Villa. So we took a tour, and Dad loved it from the start.
Everything Dad needs is right there at Twin Town Villa. Meals, laundry, best of all, healthy interaction with his neighbors.
If someone you love is ready for a healthy alternative in the new year, stop in and take a tour of Twin Town Villa.
Back in action at Breckenridge High School, a Monday matinee doubleheader to wrap up 2024. The Cowgirls, they win the first game 60-48. Breckenridge leads 23-17, just under 7 minutes to go in the first half. A little bit of fake pressure here from the Cowgirls, or Cowboys. They will drop back and play some man-to-man here. It's Jackson Riggs guarding the bounce, his second block of the half. Taken by Logan Church, drops it off with his left hand. Basket no good. Rebound by Riggs. His putback no good. And it's Curtis who's had the hot hand here early on for Rothsay. Dump pass inside, and it's going to be a bucket for number 14, Brennan Court. Quickly up court to Aiden Sanchez. Back to Riggs. He's going to step into a three wide open. Short, so he's gotten some good looks, just been unable to finish some of these. Curtis dribbling the ball at the top of the key here, swings it over to his teammate, number 2, Mason Hedeker. He will drive the lane, and he can't finish over Levi Christensen. He goes for the block attempt. Big swinging swat. I'm not sure if he made any contact with the basketball, but he certainly got in the way of that shot attempt. And he'll get a breather here, as well Logan Church. (23-19) Cowboys lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Curtis tosses it in. 13 on the shot clock. Back to Curtis. He'll work it inside. Paint touch. Back out. 6 on the shot clock. Baseline drive and a good first step. They're going to drop it off to their big man. He leaves it short of everything. Air ball for Landon Messerschmidt. Back to J.D. Gomez. Pump fake gets Messerschmidt jumping out of his shoes, and Gomez tickles the rim and drops it in. 25-19. Guard is playing with 2 fouls. Got to be careful on defense. Got to be careful not to pick up a charge on offense either, so that jumper might just do him well. Answer on the other end from Rothsay. Bank shot from Court. Riggs drives, wraparound pass to the corner, had everybody fooled, including me. 3-pointer missed by Sanchez. Offensive rebound is on the ground. Curtis picks it up. Curtis drives, kicks it from the middle lane to the corner. They're going to go right at J.D. Gomez. Try to go over the top of him again. Jumper is missed by Trey Holland. Cooper Roberts one-on-one in the open court. There's that spin move. Curtis tips it away, but it bounces right into the lap of Roberts. And he'll make good on the second attempt. 27-21, Breckenridge leads. We have another High Camp Construction timeout. Once you know who we are, you won't build any other way. This one's going to be a full. We'll be back in about 60 seconds on B92.7, streaming live on KBMW News Live YouTube.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride. We inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge pride, inspiring to excel.
Rothsay will inbound the basketball to Preston Curtis, who has 10 points, but he's been quiet for several minutes here as the Cowboys have a 6-point lead, their largest of the ball game. 27-21, we've got 4:20 to go in the first half. Curtis on the left wing, working against Ernst. Curtis is going to drive right by him and try to finish over the top of Jackson Riggs, but he cannot, and it's going to be Cooper Roberts coming away with the rebound. Full court pass up to Levi Christensen, who does a nice job using a power dribble, backing himself up right into contact. He'll head to the line for two. And Christensen's so mindful of where he's at underneath the hoop. He'll use a crab dribble. He'll use a step through, or like that, he'll power dribble and just back his way up like a moving truck. Draw contact. First free throw from Christensen, nothing but net. 28-21, Cowboys. Second free throw from Levi's up, and that's good. 2-for-2 trip makes it 29-21. He's going to come out of the ball game for a breather. Aiden Sanchez is going to, actually Jackson Riggs is going to check out. A little bit of confusion there. So Sanchez checks in for Riggs. Curtis working against Sanchez in the full court. Sanchez backs up, lets him take it across the timeline. Curtis over to Holland on the left wing. White just kind of staying in place here. Curtis behind the back, nowhere to go. Throws it to the top of the key. Pressure by Christensen. And it's tipped away. Christensen steals it right in front of the Cowboys bench. Christensen out of control into the lane, loses it. And Rothsay is able to scoop it up, get it to Curtis, and he's dangerous in the open court. He stops, shoots it over the top of Riggs. Nobody's been able to finish over his outstretched arms today, but an offensive rebound gives Rothsay the ball, and who's there? Christensen with another steal. Throws it over to Sanchez, and Sanchez will deposit and one. So a lot of chaos going on there, and Sanchez says, I'm going to end this right now and just get downhill. Give his teammates a breather while he tries to complete a three-point play here. Breckenridge 29, Rothsay 21, 3:10 to go in the first half. And Levi Christensen with a couple steals that he really had to work for in the last two possessions. On-ball defense, poking it away, chasing it down, hitting the floor. Free throw from Sanchez is good. Sanchez up to 10 points, so he's tied with Curtis for the game high here. And Rothsay now down by 11. Full court pressure once again. It's Connor Ernst this time to get it over to Curtis. Curtis gets a screen. He'll pop a mid-range jumper off the front iron. Offensive rebound by number 11, Trey Holland. He puts the ball on the baseline. It's going to be out of bounds. Avery Smith triggers it into Connor Ernst. Cowboys with a chance to extend this double-digit lead. Cooper Roberts on the left wing, top of the key. Levi Christensen over to Aiden Sanchez. He's got it on the right wing. One-on-one down low. It's Roberts. They wrap the entry pass in, and Holland is hanging all over him. He'll pick up the foul, and it's going to be 1-1 as Cooper Roberts will head to the charity stripe. Free throw from Roberts is good, so he'll earn a bonus shot here. 33-21 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We'll be joined again at halftime by T-Dub, Tanner Werner, former Breck Sports Talk videographer, godfather of my child, all-around good guy. 2-for-2 trip, Cooper Roberts. 34-21, Breckenridge has a little bit of a cushion here. Ernst, good on-ball defense. Avery Smith follows suit. Over to Curtis. He'll drive to his left. Picks it up in the middle of the lane. Nowhere to go. Left side drive from Rothsay. They've got 15 on the shot clock. Curtis pops a three. It looks good. It is good. Curtis cuts it to 10. He has a game-high 13, and he breaks a cold spell. That kid can score. Avery Smith drives lane, kicks out to Sanchez. He lets it fly short. Offensive rebound, Christensen. Left-handed bounce pass that skips twice like a rock out to Avery Smith, and he turns it over to Curtis. He's got a drive to the hoop, lefty finish with a little bit of English. He wanted the and one. And Curtis has come alive once again. 34-26, he's got 15. Minute 43, Breckenridge trying to keep Rothsay at bay. One-on-one in the post. Cooper Roberts, he's got a little size advantage, and he can't finish over a 6'4" Landon Messerschmidt. Roberts at 6'5". Messerschmidt just goes straight up and says, give me your best shot, and Roberts shoots it long. 8-point lead for Breckenridge. Final 90 seconds of the first half. It's Curtis. Thought about a three there. Gets it inside to Messerschmidt. Baby hook from near the free throw line, and he hits a line drive hook shot. 34-28. Aiden Sanchez drives through a little bit of contact. He can't finish, and he's going to tip his own miss out of bounds, and Rothsay fans getting a little rowdy here. Charlie Craich is going to step in and see if he can hit one of his late half three-pointers. He's been known for being the dagger man, hitting the late shots. 34-28, Cowboys on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Final minute of the first half versus Rothsay. Beautiful drive to the basket. No good on the finish by Court, but Messerschmidt finishes on the putback, hangs in the air, drops it in. It's a 4-point game, folks. Levi Christensen double team, passes it across the lane. Sanchez just way late on the shot attempt. He had a wide open shot attempt, but for some reason he hesitated. The defense collapsed and he shoots it over the backboard. So that's going to be a turnover. Rothsay did not get a tip on that one, and wheels kind of coming off here to end the half for the Cowboys. Shot clock is off, 25 on the game clock. Curtis looking to cook once again, between the legs, gives it up. Expect him to get another touch here before this possession is over. And he does, up top, 11 seconds. They're gonna ball screen for Curtis. He's driving on Sanchez, gets it tipped away by Krejci. Gets it back, kicks it out, 5 on the shot clock. Curtis, top of the key, 25-footer, drills it, 34-33, and Curtis and the Tigers are prowling here heading into the locker room. They cut an 11-point Breckenridge deficit to 1 as we head to the break. 34-33 in Breckenridge. What a nice way to end 2024 with a competitive doubleheader against the Rothsay Tigers. We'll be back in a couple minutes with your halftime show on B92.7, streaming on KBMW News Live YouTube.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the primary care walk-in clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening, because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
Protect your equipment and get rewarded by purchasing premium Cenex lubricants with Cenex gift cards for gallons. You can earn a $50 Visa gift card for every 100 gallons of Cenex diesel engine oils, tractor hydraulic fluids, gear lubes, and greases purchased between now and through February 29th of 2024. Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for qualifying Cenex products and promotion details. Some exclusions apply, and don't forget to ask about the best warranty in the industry, the Cenex Total Protection Plan. Proven durability, powered locally.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heidkamp Construction in Wapton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948. Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wapton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Welcome back to the Minn Kota Egg Products Halftime Show, your number one grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. In a minute, we'll be joined by the guy who helped us fix our audio delay issues today for the boys' game, which is shaping out to be a dandy 34-33 Breckenridge Cowboys on top of Rothsay. And it's going to be Preston Curtis trying to be a giant killer tonight. He has 18 points. Number one, the starting point guard, stands 5'11", a senior for this Rothsay Tigers team. And Landon Messerschmidt, 6'4". He's been cleaning up the mess to end the second half. He finishes with 6 points, all of those in the late going putback efforts, and a laser turnaround baby hook that I'm not even sure how it went in because it had no arc on it. But nonetheless, 6 points for him, so that's how they go. They're top scorers. It's 34-33 Cowboys. They have received 10 from Aiden Sanchez, who's really got his offense going after dropping 24 against Barnesville. 9 from Levi Christensen, 3 for 3 from the free throw line, 6 from Cooper Roberts, 5 for Jackson Riggs, who started off with 5 points in the first 4 minutes, and 2 each for J.D. Gomez and Connor Ernst. J.D. Gomez, 2 fouls at point guard in a span of about 15 seconds in the first half, so they've been keeping him for the second half. So that's how we go as far as the scoring goes, as we got Big Owen Bogenreef out here shooting half quarters and getting heckled by his dad, Dan, and somebody else just made one showing Big O how it's done. Tanner, what are you seeing here in the first half out of this Curtis kid? I know we were just both talking about being really impressed with him.
Yeah, he's just cooking right now. I bet you he's planning right now to keep that momentum going in the second half. What I'd really like to see how the Cowboys do is maybe give him a little trap on the defense, give him a little more pressure. I think that would really help cool him down a little bit, and I think that would give more offensive possessions for the Cowboys as well.
So Curtis getting downhill a little bit for sure, and that's kind of putting the Cowboys on their back foot a little bit. And for Breckenridge, I don't know if we're seeing as much of the run and gun style as we'd like to see. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I was seeing some running and gunning from them. I think it cooled down a little bit. It was working for a little bit there. I think I'd like to see a little more game management, start doing some sets, kind of slow the game down, and I think that'll take a little bit off of that number 1 Preston kid. I think that'll help the Cowboys on offense.
And we have the half-court shooters going out here, which reminds me of a thing we saw a couple years ago that we wish we didn't see. Remember when they had the parents come out and they all dressed in jerseys and played? At least we got this now. At least it's the kids having fun. Parents in the stands.
Let the kids have the fun.
Kids have the fun. So there we go. Maybe that's why they're winning some games now, because they're not having the parents on the court playing games at halftime. But anyways, I digress. Let's get back to talking about basketball here. We got to get to a Concordia Cobbers game.
Yes.
We got to get up there to watch Noah play.
Yep.
He's coming back from a concussion, and they're kind of easing him back in the lineup, so we'll see how he...
Is Luke's getting some minutes?
And Luke's not really getting any tick there. I mean, I don't think people understand when you go Division III, like how good the basketball is at Division III. So he hasn't quite cracked the rotation. He'll get there. About 6'11". So second half here, let's talk about that Curtis kid. And let's just talk about a little bit about what else they can throw at him. I know maybe throwing a trap at him, but how else do you think the Cowboys can maybe slow him down? 18 in the first half.
18 in the first half, that's impressive. He's on pace for 36, which can happen for the Cowboys. I think give him some press maybe into the trap, or press until they get past half court and then throw that trap at him. I think that'll just really help slowing him down, getting downhill towards the basket, and then or even shooting those threes or mid jumpers. I think they should be testing the other player's ability to score.
And we could see him right here on KBMW News Live YouTube. Number 1, Preston Curtis, just getting buckets tonight. And I think you made a good point there. If they can use a press to just even eat up some of that shot clock. So by the time Curtis gets the ball into the front court, he's got 18, 20 seconds to work with. Maybe run him off the ball instead of just what they're doing is they're showing a press, but then they're dropping back. And he's got a full shot clock to work with, and like you said, the motto today, let Curtis cook.
Yep, definitely.
He's been cooking.
Yeah, and I think if they can just stick one guy on him, they don't even have to pay attention to the other stuff on defense. Just stick one guy on him to follow him. Continuously have eyes on him. I think, again, that will help the Cowboys transition into the offense more. So
we'll see if they face guard him, and we'll see if J.D. Gomez gets they let the leash off a little bit. He's got 2 fouls. And talking about college basketball, you'll have to fill me in because I haven't been paying much attention. I'm just so busy with the kid turning about 1 year turning 1 year old in January. How's Duke doing this year?
Duke, they're doing okay. I think they're slow a little bit. They're slow. They're a young team, very young team, but very tall as well. They're getting some good wins. They beat Auburn in a close game. That helped them out climb up the rankings. But I think with Duke, I think it'll take a little bit for them to actually come together as a team. And when it comes to March Madness, I think they will have no problem facing anybody in the tournament.
And my Zags, who were peaked at number 3 in the poll, they lost an overtime game to West Virginia, an overtime game to Kentucky, a close game to UConn, and suddenly they're probably going to be ranked like in the 20s, but I think the same thing come March Madness. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'd rather have them be that than 31-0 entering the tournament.
Yeah, anything can happen in March Madness.
And Mark Few, a finalist for the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Oh, really?
This year, so that's
Congrats
pretty cool.
To him.
So
that's
awesome.
Awesome.
That was Tanner Werner joining us, part of the two-headed monster that he helped me create with Breck Sports Talk. It all started in the walk-in closet at the Paul Mergens apartment building. Remember when we were watching Grease Lightning in there?
Oh, yeah.
That's the story.
Many fun times.
That's the story that probably after bar hours.
Yeah.
But we'll save that for another time, not on the broadcast.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me. Second half ready to get underway. Cowboys 34, Rothsay 33. Let's go. All right, we're back in action here. 34-33. Rothsay on a furious run to end the first half, led by a game-high 18 points from Curtis. J.D. Gomez back in the game. 2 fouls early on in the first half. He'll dish it out to Sanchez, who gets to the hoop and leaves it off the front iron. Curtis gets the rebound quickly up court. Back out to Curtis. He's going to get a look at a wide-open 3. A little bit flat off front iron. Gomez with the long rebound. Transition. Chance with the left hand. He leaves it short. Levi Christensen flies in for the O board, and that's going to lead to an extra possession here for the Cowgirls, or Cowboys. Christensen short corner out to Gomez. 13 on the shot clock. Over to Cooper Roberts. In the corner, it's Connor Ernst. Under 10 on the shot clock. Roberts dribbles left side. Up top. 4 on the shot clock. Back to Roberts. He'll shoot a 3, and he hits it. Cooper Roberts, not known for stepping outside, puts his jacket on and knocks down a 3. 37-33 Breckenridge on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Nice hard drive into Gomez. Lots of offensive contact there, and it's going to be an air ball for Rothsay. Quickly on the other end, Ernst to Sanchez for the assist. That air ball on the other end was Carson Jensen, just couldn't get around Gomez. Very disciplined defense with 2 fouls. Jensen gets it inside to Messerschmidt. Big man working on big man. Christensen back to Jensen. Hard drive into Christensen. And he won't finish, but he will draw contact and the foul. Carson Jensen, a 5'10 junior, is headed back to the free throw line. Jensen wears number 0. Shout out to Gilbert Arenas. First foul shot from Jensen. Hits it, cuts the lead to 5. Cowgirls won the opener tonight, 60-48. Breckenridge leading 39-34. Jensen's second free throw is good, cuts it to 4. Sanchez thinks about the dribble drive, kicks it to Ernst in the corner, back up to Gomez. Hesitation on the shot, jumps between a pair of defenders, a little bit of hang time, flips it up and in with the left hand. J.D. Gomez so good with his cadence, his pace, his timing. It's next level at point guard here for Breckenridge. Drop off is stolen by Christensen. He tries to get it up to Gomez. It goes all the way into the corner, but Gomez tracks it down. He'll drive to the hoop. Lefty reverse. Oh my, J.D. Gomez somehow kisses it off the window with his back to the basket. 43-35. Welcome back to the game, J.D. Gomez, shaking off that early foul trouble. Ball on the ground once again. And fouled hard. As Christensen goes up, takes a big hack at it on the layup attempt by number 3, Nathan Kroplin-Oyen. And they are going to call that one on Levi Christensen, his second of the ball game. He got his money's worth, and he's going to make Kroplin-Oyen earn these at the free throw line. First one up, short. Curtis is going to get a breather here. Looks pretty gassed, but I'm not sure this Tigers lineup can afford to have their leading scorer out for too long. Second free throw from Kroplin-Oyen is short. Christensen gets the board. Up to Cooper Roberts. Up to Ernst. He passes up a wide open shot. Roberts works it around to J.D. Gomez. Gomez. Little crossover. Out to Sanchez. Lets it fly. Rattles it home. A triple for Aiden Sanchez. Tacks it on. 15 points. Breckenridge by 9. Suddenly Breckenridge, they're the ones with the response to these runs. We're going to get a pretty soft blocking call there by Connor Ernst. Just didn't get in front of him enough. Moving side to side instead of retreating. He'll draw it, his second of the ball game. 23 on the shot clock. Stolen again by Levi Christensen, but it's quickly stolen back by Kroplin-Oyen. Gomez goes for the steal and tips it out of bounds. Hard to see who that was off all the way across the court. It's going to stay with Rothsay. 15 on the shot clock for the Tigers in the hands of Hedeker. He'll handle the point with Curtis on the bench. Croplanoyan drives, a little bit of contact, can't finish. Putback attempt by Messinger, that's no good. J.D. Gomez up court. He'll pull up for an elbow jumper. Air ball. Looked like it might have been a swish, but it actually hit the net before it got to the rim. So Rothsay trying to keep this a single-digit margin, trailing by 9 here. 14-17 to go. Beautiful drive to the basket and finish by Carson Jensen. He pirouettes his way through the Cowboys defense. Takes it in from the right wing. Quickly up court to Sanchez. Got to be feeling it right now. Might be looking for a heat check. Gives it up inside to Levi Christensen. Double team. He's going to spin to his right side and miss with his right hand as it rolls off the rim. And it's good to see him go in and use that right hand because he typically goes to his left hand even on the right side. And that's a sign that the big man's getting more comfortable being an ambidextrous scorer. But he leaves it off the rim. Rothsay's got the basketball now down by 9. And Breckenridge opting not to press here in the second half. Jackson Riggs checks back in. He's got 5 points, did all that damage early on. And Curtis has the basketball, kicks it out. Blocked, partially blocked by Levi Christensen. He'll get the loose ball as well. So he's been having a nice game defensively. Sanchez double teamed at the low block, step through, kicks it to the corner to Riggs, swings it to Roberts, swings it to Gomez. Jab step, three-pointer short, rebound, Carson Jensen. So some good ball movement around the perimeter there from the Breckenridge Cowboys. J.D. Gomez so good at using that jab step just to get the defender to take a half step back, give him enough room to shoot. In the corner, three-pointers up, and it is Curtis. He's going to throw 3 fingers in the air, and he cuts the lead to 6. On the other end, Breckenridge can't finish the shot in the lane. Fresh shot clock for Rothsay. They trail 46-40 with 12:50 to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We got Roberts on the perimeter here. Into the corner, it is Jackson Riggs guarding the ball. Croplanoyan, double team, Gomez and Riggs. Bounce pass that barely makes it over to the corner. Riggs over pursues, but the jump shot is long, and Sanchez will pull down the rebound. Riggs in the open court, behind the back dribble, gives it up to Gomez. Thinks about a 3. Between the legs cross, drives in. Little 2-step kick out to Sanchez, short. Rebound, Cooper Roberts. Roberts dribbling in the lane. Kicks it out to Christensen for 3 off the back iron. Rebound by Jensen. Curtis dribbles in the lane, gets by Roberts, goes high off the glass, able to get a step on the big man. Similar to Gomez, Curtis is very good at just changing his timing and his pace. He's not going to blow by you with speed, but he'll slow down and speed up, switch gears. And on the big guys, he's a little bit quicker. Gomez on the other end, step back 3, yes! Drills it in a defender's grill. 49-42. J.D. Gomez with the answer. Long skip pass into the corner. Ball is bounced out of bounds off Christensen's sneaker. It's going to stay with Rothsay. And checking in for the Cowboys for the first time in the second half, it's going to be Charlie Krejcia, Avery Smith, checking out Cooper Roberts, Aiden Sanchez. 26 on the shot clock. Curtis is going to throw it in bounds. Got to account for him off the inbounds. Here he comes off a screen. Good job there by Jackson Riggs getting out to the baseline. Curtis drives in, gets tipped by Riggs. He gives it up to Messinger. Tipped away again by Levi Christensen. He's going to get a little bit of a wrist on there, and Rick Martinson's going to get him with the foul. 3 fouls on Christensen, and that's going to earn him a seat here on the bench. They'll need him down the stretch here. 49-42 Breckenridge. Inbound pass to Messinger. Straight up, it's Jackson Riggs. Messenger loses control, but the offensive rebound goes out to Carson Jensen. Jensen tries to pass it across the lane to Curtis. Just does get it to their point guard. He's going to shoot a 3 in Roberts' face, and he's going to knock it down. 49-45. Curtis has 26. Over to Jackson Riggs. Left wing, he's going to just sit with the ball and let things develop. Everybody moving around. They get it over to Krejcia. Swing to Riggs. He's got an open look at 3. High arcing 3 is long. Avery Smith fighting for the rebound, tips it out to JD Gomez. He's going to fire a three. Gomez in and out. Rebound by Curtis. Into the hands of Carson Jensen. So some good looks there for the Cowboys by Riggs and Gomez. They just can't get the three to fall. Nice perimeter defense by Charlie Krejcia. Forces Rothsay to just cough it up around the perimeter. And it's going to be stolen inside by Cooper Roberts, trying to draw a foul on Curtis. Roberts gives it up, gets it back, and misses at the rim. Looks like Curtis might have hacked him there, but they're going to let that go. So they're letting him play here in the second half. Kind of basketball I love to see. Inside, it's Messenger. Tries to go over the top of Avery Smith. Smith walls him up. Messerschmidt, 6'4". Corner three, who else? It's Curtis. 29 points, and my apologies, folks. I've been calling him Messenger. It's Messerschmidt. He's 6'4", and he was walled up inside by the 6-foot sophomore Smith. Charlie Krejcia, he answers with a three, and we are trading blows here in Breckenridge. Cowboys 52, Rothsay Tigers 48. We're under 10 to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. How's that for Holiday Hoops? We'll take a High Camp Construction timeout and come right back from BHS, B92.7, and KBMW News Live YouTube.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Welcome back to B92.7 FM, where the B stands for Breckenridge. We got a matinee doubleheader here. The Cowgirls, they take the Lady Tigers down 60-48 in the opener, and Breckenridge is getting all they can handle from the Tiger boys tonight. It is 52-48 Breckenridge, 9:34 to go in the ball game. And we're ready to play. Jordan Christensen, head coach of the Cowboys, having a long conversation with one of the officials out here. The other official blows his whistle and says the show must go on. Rothsay with the basketball. 25 on the shot clock. Messerschmidt with the screen, and Rothsay gets it tipped out of bounds. That was Cooper Roberts putting the pressure on Carson Jensen. Jensen will inbound the basketball right in front of his own bench, and they're going to check out Preston Curtis again. So down by 4, Curtis, who has 29 points, is going to take another breather. Like I said, I'm not sure Rothsay can afford this. Breckenridge with an opportunity to potentially make a run with game-changing Curtis on the bench. 15 on the shot clock. Off balance, floater in the lane. Little hip fire from Trey Holland drops. And we have a 2-point game. Jackson Riggs up top. He has not scored since early on in the first half. Riggs dribbles right, left. Little step back jumper. And that's a high-level shot right there. Used his left hand to push off just a bit and not get called. It's a good high IQ offensive play. Jumper drops for Riggs, 54-50. Corner 3 is up for the Tigers. Rattles in and out. Riggs with the rebound. He's pushing it up court. Let's see if he takes it all the way. Floater in the lane. Yes! Just like that. 4 points for Jackson Riggs. We were talking about how he went quiet. Quiet no more. 9. 56-50, and Curtis is just watching from the bench. Carson Jensen working on Avery Smith, who's done a fantastic job off the bench defensively. He gets Jensen to fall down and lose the dribble, and he pickpockets him in the fast break, kicks it up to Krejcia, 2 long steps, and the buckets. The assist from Avery Smith to Charlie Krejcia. Avery Smith doing all the little things that might not show up in the box score. He just put the Cowboys up 58-50. We've got a short timeout presented by High Camp Construction. We'll take one with them. B92.7 FM.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
Four quick points by Jackson Riggs, a steal and an assist from Avery Smith to Charlie Krejcia, and suddenly Breckenridge is up 58-50, and Rothsay quickly subs in their star player. Excuse me. They have not. He is going to sub in now. Okay. Preston Curtis checks back in, and I'm saying, how long can you leave the guy on the bench who has 29 points? So he'll enter with 7:55 to play. Rothsay Tigers trailing by 8. Aiden Sanchez will take it across the timeline for the Cowboys. Sanchez pressured 28 feet from the hoop, gives it up to Cooper Roberts. Roberts throws it inside to Jackson Riggs, who had an open lane to the hoop, but he didn't turn around. Instead, he kicked it out to Krejcia, whose three bounces off the rim. Curtis in transition. Let's see what he can do here. And he won't finish with Jackson Riggs breathing down his neck. Up court to Cooper Roberts. Little crossover dribble, tries to dump it off to Riggs. It gets tipped away to Charlie Krejcia, and he's going to get lucky. He picks it up right in front of number 13, Wesley Phillips, takes it into his chest for a blocking foul. So, wrong place, wrong time from Phillips. Charlie Krejcia with good awareness there to know he's out of position and just take it into him. 58-50, Breckenridge, inbound play to Krejcia. He fires a little fadeaway three. That's no good. Rebound into the hands of Jensen. Rothsay's had a bunch of runs in him today. Let's see if they've got another. Out to Jensen. It's tipped away by Avery Smith. He's going to run rim to rim, and he's going to get rewarded as he scores. Avery Smith, difference maker here in the second half. He put Breckenridge up by 8, and now he's put him up by 10. Jensen working on the far wing. KBMW News Live YouTube. Over to the corner. Roberts defending the corner, dribble drive to the basket, walled up, turned over, passed into the hands of Aiden Sanchez. Good rotation there, help defense from the Cowboys. Jackson Riggs, top of the key, he's going to drive to the hoop, he's going to pull up from the elbow, knocks it down. Jackson Riggs is going to be hard to stop if they're just going to let him rise up uncontested for elbow jumpers. Rothsay's going to want to talk about it as Riggs is warming up. He's got 11 points, Cowboys lead 62-50. We're going to take a quick timeout presented by High Camp Construction.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30, and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening, because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
Welcome back to Breckenridge High, where number one for Rothsay, Preston Curtis, has exploded for 29 points, but his Tigers trail 62-50. A hot second half from Jackson Riggs. He scored 6 here in the last few minutes. He's got 11. And Avery Smith, with some key steals and buckets, has Breckenridge back up a dozen. Rothsay is going to look to cut in the lead. They get out to Curtis. He motions for everybody to get out of his way. Drives to the left, pump fake. He has to give it up as Riggs collapses on defense. Over the top of Cooper Roberts, a beautiful finish by number 14, Brennan Court. So Brennan Court cuts it to 10 here, 6 minutes to play. Sanchez, free throw line, pass to Christensen. He dumps it off to Riggs, misses it off the right side of the rim. He's sprinting back on defense though, and that forces a pass to Court. He can't finish. Roberts, he gets it taken away, but he's able to recover and draw a foul. So initially Nathan Kroplin-Oyen poked it away, and when Roberts got it, he poked one time too many. Actually, the foul was on Brennan Court. Court's second. J.D. Gomez, far wing, using that jab step, drives to his left, kicks out to Sanchez. In and out three-pointer, batted away by Christensen, batted away again by Roberts as they are just trying to sniff out those old boards, but they tip it out of bounds. Curtis, a little bit of full court pressure here by the Cowboys. Pretty soft still. It's Riggs on Curtis. Curtis gets a step on Riggs. He's going to rise up and knock down a jumper in his face. Curtis has 31. It is an 8-point game. Riggs is going to drive to the hoop. A finger roll. Skyscraper. Up in the clouds, Jackson Riggs drops it down. 64-54, Breckenridge. Anything you can do, I can do better, he says to Curtis as he guards him on ball, 28 feet from the hoop. Curtis, a little hesitation crossover, and he's going to travel, so Jackson Riggs locks him up. And we are seeing the real return of Jackson Riggs here tonight and what he can do offensively when he stays focused on the basketball court. Kid's potential is limitless in this Breckenridge team. Jackson Riggs, a 6'4 junior. J.D. Gomez pops a step back, and he delivers. 67-54. Gomez knocks down a three. Breckenridge is trying to finish strong here at home. Finish out 2024 with plenty of momentum. Number 2 team in the section. Stolen by Aiden Sanchez. Kicked up court to Gomez. And he'll go up with the right hand and roll it in. J.D. Gomez off the assist from Aiden Sanchez. It is a 15-point Cowboy lead, largest of the game. Head coach Jordan Christensen imploring his team to keep their foot on the gas pedal here. Court drives, stolen by Cooper Roberts. Roberts with a beautiful outlet pass, caught by Gomez at the three-point line. Spin move, lefty lay off the glass. He kept that basketball extended away from the defense and finished. 71-54. Here come the Cowboys, another steal, 3 straight possessions. It's Levi Christensen, Euro step. And he's going to draw a block. He Euros right into the contact, and that was just a nice finesse move. Slowed himself down, stamped his passport on the Euro step, and draws a foul. We are seeing a strong finish to this ball game by the Breckenridge Cowboys. First free throw from Levi is short. He doesn't like it when he misses free throws. You can probably hear that clap of the hands, or slap of the hands, I should say, all the way up here in the bleachers. We're going to get some substitutions. Logan Church is going to get some run, as is Avery Smith. Connor Ernst in the ball game. Christensen's second foul shot is up and in. (72-54) in a game that was close for the majority. Breckenridge has ripped it open here in the final 5 minutes. Curtis, quick release three-pointer, no good. Offensive rebound. Pushed back out to Curtis. He'll drive to the left side. Walled up by Logan Church. Comes into the game and quickly starts playing great defense. 11 on the shot clock. Back to Curtis, double teamed. It's Court, drives in. Off balance, stutter step shot, misses. And Messerschmitt's going to pick up a foul about 70 feet from the basket. And that is going to be timeout, Rothsay. 72-54. Cowboys pouring it on against the Tigers here in the second half. Capping off 2024 in style Jackson Riggs coming to life in the second half. We'll be back in about 30 seconds on B92.7 FM. You can watch the tail end of this ball game at KBMW News Live YouTube.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KN today.
Welcome back to B92.7. That timeout presented by High Camp Construction. Once you know who we are, you won't build any other way. Shout out to Gary Page and the team, especially my father, who's made quite the career at High Camp Construction. Very, very proud of my old man. 72-54, I'm Robert Wannick here on B92.7. Cowboys leading Rothsay in the second half of this holiday doubleheader. Cowgirls take game one, 60-48. We got 3:10 to go. Cooper Roberts is going to trigger it in to J.D. Gomez, who's going to lob it across court to Jackson Riggs, who goes up and gets it behind the back pass to Levi Christensen, and he'll finish another highlight reel dime from Jackson Riggs. He's got enough dimes in his early action this season to make $1. Kid is passing it very well. Court drives in, bobbles the ball, loses control, misses the layup, and Breckenridge is going to have a nice leak out from J.D. Gomez, who gets hit pretty hard in midair. Able to brace himself on the foul, and he will go to the line for two. So Aiden Sanchez got that one, just a hook shot pass from free throw line to free throw line. Breckenridge is firing on all cylinders here to close out this ball game. First foul shot from Gomez, drops it in. Breckenridge suddenly up by 21, and Gomez a quiet 17 points. Remember, in the first half, J.D. Gomez had 2 points and 2 fouls. 15 in the second half for Gomez, misses the second free throw. Court brings it up court. Drop pass in the middle of the lane, stolen by Cooper Roberts, and once we get these steal numbers in about 24 hours, once the analytics come in, it's going to be pretty impressive for Breckenridge. Riggs holding the ball at the wing. Breckenridge can be methodical now with a huge lead. 2:21 to go. Riggs, right wing. Roberts, top of the key. Gomez, left wing. Drop pass to Riggs. He's going to shoot a three in the corner. Why not? Jackson Riggs with the heat check triple, and he has 16 points, a season high for the 6'4 junior. Career high, I believe, is 23 points 2 seasons ago against Hillcrest. Gomez is going to pull it out with $1:51 to play. 25 in the shot clock. Breckenridge just trying to eat time away here as they head towards 2025, the number 2 team in the section. Sanchez dribbles it off his leg. That's the problem when you're not really running an offense anymore. It's hard to keep the rhythm. So Sanchez turns it over, and Breckenridge is going to go to the bench and empty it out. They're going to get an ovation for their players. Jackson Riggs with a mammoth second half, 11 points, and another Magic Johnson-esque assist behind the back. Trey Vogelbacher will check in for his first action of the season. Charlie Krecha, Jackson J. Lo Lopez, Chase Kruger, and Logan Church. That's how the Cowboys will finish this one out. And it's going to be a technical foul here on Rothsay. They got 6 players on the court, so insult to injury here on the Tigers, unfortunately. And they're just asking Jordan who he wants to shoot the technical. And it's going to be Krecha. So Chuck's going to get a chance to get himself into the scoring column once again here. I'm not sure what Chuck has for points. Stay tuned for the Miller Realty postgame show, and I'll give you all those numbers. Breckenridge blowing it open in the second half. They led by 1 at the half. They've allowed just 21 points after the break. It's 79-54, excuse me. Got to give the points to the correct team here, Robert. Krejci hits the first free throw. Second free throw up from Krejci is short. Breckenridge will get the ball. Rothsay assessed the technical for having too many players on the court. So Chuck's going to check out, and checking in is Gavin Hoffert. Hoffert, who wasn't sure he wanted to play basketball this year, asked the coach if he could join a couple games into the season, and he said, why not? The more the merrier, and Hoffert was a great kid to coach in baseball when I had him at junior high and junior varsity level. And just adding depth to this team in practice, and now he's getting out on the court to cap off the year. Hoffert swings it over to Logan Church, over to Joey Lopez. Lopez looks for Church, but Church is cutting, and the ball goes out of bounds. So a lot of guys who maybe haven't played together this year, you're going to have some of that miscommunication. Rothsay also basically subbing everybody out, as Curtis is going to finish with 31 points. Poked away by Joey Lopez. Rothsay able to retain possession. Player falls over, driving to the hoop. One of the regulars comes in and shoots a floater and misses. That was number 11, Trey Holland. He can't finish. Offensive rebound for number 13, Wesley Phillips. And he falls out of bounds. So we're just trying to get through this one, folks. Breckenridge up by 25, final minute against Rothsay. Breckenridge led by 1 at the half. It's good to see him come alive here. Nice crossover from Logan Church. Kicks it out to Gavin Hoffert. He lets a three fly. Cha-ching! Gavin Hoffert. He's going to get a rousing ovation from the Breckenridge benches. Breckenridge eclipses 80 points. 82-54 after the Hoffert three. Finishing on the other end, number 15, Dawson Lebo. Back to Logan Church. 27 seconds. Shot clock is off. I can't imagine they're going to look for a shot here unless it absolutely presents itself. And Breckenridge is going to head into 2025 on a nice little win streak. Beating Barnesville, beating Underwood, and now beating Rothsay in resounding fashion. Double-digit victories thrice in a row for Jordan Christensen's Cowboys as they look to improve to 6-3 on the season. And that does it. The clock hits 0, 82-56. Cowboys take down Rothsay. Doubleheader sweep. That's a wrap on the 2024 portion of the season. We're going to come right back with your Miller Realty post-game show. Breckenridge 82, Rothsay 56 after the Cowgirls open the day with a 60-48 victory. I'm Robert Wanick on B92.7 and streaming live on KBMW News Live YouTube. We've got player of the game and play of the game to give out yet. We'll be back in a couple minutes on the I3G Sports Network.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride. We inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge pride, inspiring to excel.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30, and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening, because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
Protect your equipment and get rewarded by purchasing premium Cenex lubricants with Cenex gift cards for gallons. You can earn a $50 Visa gift card for every 100 gallons of Cenex diesel engine oils, tractor hydraulic fluids, gear lubes, and greases purchased between now and through February 29th of 2024. Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for qualifying Cenex products and promotion details. Some exclusions apply, and don't forget to ask about the best warranty in the industry, the Cenex Total Protection Plan. Proven durability, powered locally.
Welcome back to the Miller Realty Postgame Show, a tradition of knowledge, integrity, trust, and service. Breckenridge Cowboys putting the hammer down here in the second half. They led Rothsay 34-33 at the break. 82-56 is the final. They hold Rothsay to 23 points in the second half. They explode themselves for 48 second half points. So let's go through the scoring here, starting with Breckenridge. J.D. Gomez, 17 points. 2 points in the first half. He was in foul trouble with 2 early fouls. He scores 15 after the break, very quietly, very methodical, just doing his job as the point guard. Cooper Roberts scores 9, including a three-pointer to beat the shot clock buzzer. That was a big one in a game that was really back and forth until the latter stages of the second half. Levi Christensen scores 12, 9 of them in the opening half. He was also feisty on defense. He had a handful of steals. Excellent game for Levi Christensen as the de facto center on this team. Connor Ernst scores 2. Gavin Hoffert comes in and hits a 3 to the delight of his teammates at the end of the game. And Jackson Riggs, the man of the hour, scores a season-high 16. He had 5 points right away. Then he lost his shot. And then he came back at the end of the game and was making stuff that he was pulling a rabbit out of a hat. It was pretty impressive. He finishes with 16, very confident in the second half. And for the visiting Rothsay Tigers, they were led by Preston Curtis, a relentless 31 points. That guy had a hand in his face all night. He was being trailed, face guarded. He was hitting mid-rangers, three-pointers off the screen, taking it to the cup. Just a very good game from Preston Curtis, and using the defender's leverage against them. He was leaning on them and just flipping it up and in. Great game. Senior guard, 31 points. He's going to have some massive performances down the stretch here. Landon Messerschmidt had 10, 6 of those in the first half, so they did a good job on the 6'4" senior center. Brennan Court had 6, so that's the bulk of the contributions there for the Rothsay Tigers. We're going to take one quick break. We're going to come back with Essentia Health Player of the Game, Red River Agency Play of the Game. Cowboys 82, Rothsay 56 on the B.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heidkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948. Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Welcome back to the Miller Realty postgame show. I'm Robert Wanick, and the Cowboys take down Rothsay, add another notch in their Section 6A belt, improved to 6-3 on the season. They're actually number 2 in the south side of the section, a company they haven't kept in several years. So congratulations, hats off to the Cowboys as they ride into 2025 following an 82-56 victory over the Rothsay Tigers. Let's get right into your Red River Agency play of the game. I could go with Avery Smith's back-to-back steals that pushed the lead from 6-10 for Breckenridge, and of course it ballooned to 25, so 26, at the final. So I could go with those because those were momentum changing. Could go with J.D. Gomez hitting a nice 3, and Cooper Roberts also beating the shot clock buzzer with a 3. A couple big blocks, including a chase down block from Connor Ernst. But I got to go with Jackson Riggs. He was going one-on-one with the best player in this ball game, Curtis, who dropped 31 points. And Curtis hit one in Riggs' face with a hand extended. Riggs came down, drove baseline, and shot a finger roll from like 8 feet away from the basket that touched the ceiling, came down, and went in. And it was like, at that point, we knew Jackson Riggs could do no wrong in the second half. And if you know how difficult it is to shoot a finger roll when you're not in the layup range, it was a mid-range finger roll. It was a very great highlight. So that is your Red River Agency play of the game. Stay tuned for that in Plays of the Week, presented by Brian Bernatus and Superior Builders, which Jackson Riggs going to have a couple of because he had another behind-the-back dime for an assist. So that's your Red River Agency play of the game. Jackson Riggs with a finger roll to remember, a skyscraper. And for your player of the game, let's just go ahead and double dip tonight and give it to Jackson Riggs. A season high 16 points. His career high coming 2 seasons ago, and in between then, he hasn't seen the court a whole lot. So it's good to see that kid get out there, have some success, and boy, he was locked in tonight. Not only did he score 16 points on offense, he scored 11 of them in the second half, and he played a complete game on defense. Didn't get himself into foul trouble. He guarded Curtis sometimes 50, 60 feet away from the hoop. He contested shots, elevating and going straight up in the air, and he had a couple blocks as well. So Jackson Riggs, 6'4" junior, staying focused, staying disciplined, staying determined, dropping 16 points and sinking Rothsay in the second half. He is your Essentia Health player of the game. Essentia Health here with you. There were some other candidates for player of the game too. Gomez with 15 points in the second half, 17 total. Aiden Sanchez had 15 points in the game as well, and several steals, and Levi Christensen with a dozen. But we got to go with Jackson Riggs. He was a man amongst boys tonight. Knocked down a three-pointer, scored 5 points. We forget way back early in the game, Riggs scored 5 points to really get Breckenridge going, and then he was absent for the bulk of the game. Came back in late in the second half and said, give me the keys, and I'm going to take over here in the driver's seat. 16 points. Breckenridge drops 48 in the second half. 82-56 is the final on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Rothsay drops to 3-5. Breckenridge moves to 6-3 heading into 2025 with a real chance at making a run to secure one of the top seeds in the section. I'm Robert Wanick. We'll see you next year on B92.7 FM and KBMW News Live YouTube. This is Cowboy Country on the I3G Sports Network.
Tonight's Breckenridge basketball game was brought to you by Breckenridge Public Schools, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Heitkamp Construction, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, North Dakota State College of Science, Optimum Rehab, Otter Tail Power Company, Quality Toyota, Red River Agency, Red River Grain, Smith Motors, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, and Twin Town Villa. Be sure to go to KBMWnews.com for a complete updated list of future broadcasts and video streams. And make sure to catch the Giants Sports Show every Saturday at 9 a.m. Thanks for listening.